I was a little late here tonight. I took a cab to the theater, folks. And I don't know if you've ever been in these New York City cabs, but I got one of those cabbies, couldn't speak English, you know. Saw his name there on the dash. I couldn't even pronounce it. I think it was something like Hideki or Rabu. I'm like that. And there's Charles Woodson. How about that? What a season he had. Great, man. He became the first defensive player to win the Heisman Trophy. And congratulations, Charles. That is something that no one can ever take away from you. Unless you kill your wife and a waiter, in which case... all bets are off. It's a word of advice.
Never been anything in the history of the ESPYs better than his monologue. So I want to go back there for a second with Norm. Thank you for making time for us. What do you remember most about all of that ESPYs thing that you did that made everyone uncomfortable and was hugely great, and instead of celebrated, got everyone mad?
Oh, hi, guys.
Hello.
Hi, Norm.
No, this is what happened. I'm sure you guys have been to the ESPYs.
Yes.
No.
And, it's a lot of fun. They'll go like, and now for best football team, you know, and the guy that won the Super Bowl, you know. So they get an award. And so I was doing my stand-up, but the audience is like 90% just New Yorkers, you know. And then right at the in the first few rows are all the athletes. And so the New Yorker guys liked me. But stupidly, I didn't realize that they were showing pictures like behind me of you know, Ken Griffey scowling and stuff, you know, because they all hated my jokes.
John Elway was mad. Did you actually say why the long face to John Elway?
I was against that joke. That was Will Ferrell. He said, "Get some teeth" or something like that. I don't know what he said. Why the long face? I did say, but that's okay. But no, Will took on his teeth, and I was like, "Oh, don't do that."
Who was most upset with you after that night?
Ken Griffey Jr.
Really?
Did he say
Yeah,
something?
they told me, like after the show, they were, you know, there's this big party, and they were always like, you know, all through the show, this party's going to be great. And then at the end, I go, "Where's that party?" And they're like, "Nah, I probably should just go back to the hotel."
That's how you learned that you were not invited to Ken Griffey Jr.'s party?
Yeah, exactly.
What do you remember most about that night? Is there one joke that you're particularly proud of, and you tend to be someone who doesn't, you know, you don't do a lot of reveling in the past. You move on. But is there anything in particular that you are proud of there?
Well, Woodson won the Heisman that year.
It's a good joke.
And so I said, you know, they can never take that away from you unless you kill your wife and a waiter.
It's so good, man. It's such a good joke. It really is.
Were people mad at the ESPYs? I find that 8-minute stretch you did as one of the greatest things ever. I mean, the look on people.
They were mad, yeah. But
they
I
were
didn't realize
so uncomfortable.
I didn't realize it at the time because, like, the ESPYs, like, it's in Radio City Music Hall, so 95% of the audience is just New Yorkers. And then right in the front, it's 4 rows or something, are all the athletes,
Yeah, like
right?
Dean Smith is giving you like that tisk, how dare you? Who the hell is this guy?
I know, but me, like an idiot, I never saw that because I didn't have monitors or anything. So I was doing well in the room because it was like the New York audience. You can't really see out. But then when I later saw it on TV, it would just cut to scowling black athletes.
The O.J. Simpson joke at the end.
Ken Griffey Jr. didn't care for it. I remember that.
Really?
Yeah.
Did people come up to you afterwards, like the O.J. stuff, and you know when you were making fun of Tiger Woods? I mean, did people come up afterwards and like confront you or just say anything, or did you?
Well, Ken Griffey was really mad for some reason. I don't really know why. And he was like, yeah, that was really funny, man, really funny, like real sarcastic. I mean. And then I said, hey, man, listen, I just want to tell you one thing. I go, there's never going to be a guy, never going to be a player like your dad. That guy was the best. There'll never be anybody close to that guy.
What did he say?
He just looked at him. He didn't know what to do because What are you going to do? Go, my dad? You know? I'm way better than him. You know? But you knew that's what was in his head.
What did you say about him in the show?
I didn't say anything. I said it was an OJ joke or something. And it just cut to him like with a crazy look on his face, like, what? Huh? What?
Yeah, they didn't like the OJ jokes. Neither did Saturday Night Live. You got in trouble on Saturday Night Live for doing the OJ stuff,
it's
too.
It's kind of bizarre because I always thought, like, it's kind of, I don't know. It's hard to believe anybody would believe that he wasn't guilty. But I will say this, though. Like, because every black guy I knew, like, would go, like, I go, you think he's really innocent? And they go, yeah, kind of, you know, but you could tell, like, they, maybe not, but they were just backing him up. So, but then I was like, that's weird. But then I understood it later because when Robert Blake killed his wife, or allegedly did, I loved Beretta.
You're like, oh,
yeah, so I was like, I don't care. I just want him to. I don't really care. I don't know who this lady is. Like, but it'd be cool to have. I don't want Beretta to go to jail. I don't know. So
that's the white man's equivalent of O.J. Simpson is Beretta.
Exactly. Beretta with the cockatoo and stuff. You can take that to the bank, right? Wasn't that the greatest movie? Remember when you were a kid watching Beretta and like all the other cop shows,
like the Equalizer and things like that.
Yeah, then you see Beretta be like, just Martin Scorsese's TV show. It's all gritty and.
It's a great name for a TV show too.
What?
Beretta.
My God.
It's been a while, and I still like the way you look at me. Cause I keep loving.
Well, we were thinking about you the other day because the ESPYs was on, and one of our favorite things to watch, and every once in a while, like Deadpan or somebody, every time the ESPYs rolls around, they'll put up which was absolutely brilliant, but apparently not making many friends over at ESPN when you did that.
They won't have me back as an ESPY host.
What did they say to you after it was done?
No, they didn't say anything. They didn't say anything.
That's not good. Did anyone handle it poorly, like any of the athletes? Did they? Because you would figure that you go, all right, I'm getting my balls busted a little bit, but this is what this event is all about, and he's a comedian.
Because is there anyone who takes themselves more seriously than athletes?
No, I didn't even stupidly. I didn't even know it was going that bad, and then
it went great.
It was
by the
great.
way.
It was hysterical.
Yeah, the audience liked it. The New Yorkers,
people liked it.
Yeah.
The only people that didn't like it are those idiots that started the stupid ESPY Awards in the first place.
And lastly, Weekend Update has been part of SNL for 46 seasons, and here I'd like to pay tribute to one of the best we ever had, Norm MacDonald. Thank you.
Are you planning any tribute to Norm MacDonald? And can you tell us about how much he's impacted you and the staff and everything, just his legacy?
I think he meant the world to the people there. I can tell you from just the number of people I've heard from, the number of people that have gone and talked about Norm. All of us had when you work with somebody for that many years and they make you laugh and you're aware of who they are as a person and as a friend, I think Norm was one of the funniest people I've ever known, and because he's Canadian, I'd put him right there up in the top 5.
Say this is an award for late night comedy. No one was funnier in the last 20 years than Norm MacDonald on late night comedy. So if you have any time in the next week, do what I did and just spend time YouTubing clips of Norm and Conan, because it just doesn't get better than that. Thanks so much.
I'm impressed with clean comics.
Me too. Way more impressed than anyone that's superior as a dirty. It seems like a crush a lot of times.
I like dirty ones too. I like.
It's a real meeting of the mind.
I swam not naked, but in underpants with Roseanne in Hawaii. We got shit-faced at the best bar in Honolulu,
Was she
Arnold's
fat then?
Tiki Bar.
She's never been
Asked
that
for
fat.
Dawn as the bartender at Arnold's Tiki Bar. Me and Roseanne got fucked up. We walked the beach.
Right.
We just shredded down to our underwear.
Did you make a move?
No,
Yeah, of
but
course
I'm
not.
fucking in love with that woman.
She's a
That-
great. She's
she is
cool as hell.
So fucking
I've
funny.
met her before. She's cool as hell.
Yes.
And her and Norm Macdonald were friends because he wrote on her show. And Norm is like, Norm goes, "Hey, what are you going?" And she's like, "Eh." And after 10 minutes, I was listening to them talk. And after like about 10 minutes, it became this noise. Just a solid bar.
I can hear it.
But Roseanne is so funny. She's like naturally funny.
You said you'd rather play Frogger than have sex.
Oh yeah, well you have to know Frogger, you know, it's a game. It's an arcade game where a little frog has to go across the river.
Yeah.
And they have like little logs that he has to, and sometimes the log's a crocodile and tries to eat him.
You're like totally into that?
Yeah, I like a lot of things better than sex. I don't care for sex that much.
See, that's the thing with me too, because I'm totally bored. I don't have any. What's the matter?
Yeah. It hasn't like gotten better over the centuries, you know? It's always the same thing. It's very, like I had sex when I was a young man, and then I had it for a while, and then I realized it's kind of always the same thing, you know? There's only a few things you can do. You can go like this and then over, you know what I mean? You go, I'll do this for a while, and then...
Do you think that we're being drugged by the government to lose interest in sex?
Oh, no, I just think it's a thing that... like, you know, when people go, hey, you know, that guy's he's good in bed, you know? And to me, like, how hard is it? You know? It's not like if you're good in badminton or something, you know, that's a hard thing, badminton, and Frogger, you know? But sex, you can figure it out in like 10 minutes, you know?
Yeah, and like goats do it and stuff. You know, like goats and pigs and stuff all do it, so
Right.
how special can it be?
Exactly. Show me a goat that can get past the third level of Frogger.
That's right, Nora. That's right.
The writers write it, and then you say it, so then if it's not funny, the audience hates you, you know?
Right, that's exactly why you have to be so mean to writers.
Right. Like
They go like this.
The audience is going to watch the Roseanne show and go, oh, that dirty Bruce Rasmussen, he's not funny at all. Right?
They don't get that.
Yeah.
The writers don't get that. It's your ass out there. They go like, no, it is funny. I'd be like, I don't think it's funny.
Yeah.
Well, I wrote it and I say it's funny. Well, then you go out there and say it. They want they kind of want a robot that'll just say anything.
Yeah, but they're good people, the writers, you know. I have to go back and talk to them after the show.
Yeah, remember when I used to make y'all wear numbers?
Yeah. Yeah, Roseanne made us all wear numbers on our shirts so she wouldn't have to speak to us as human beings. So, you know, she'd say, hey, just number 9. And actually, we have some writers on this show that worked at Roseanne, your show.
Yeah, so.
We have 3 and 8.
Are they any good? I remember those guys. Are they any good now?
Oh, yeah, they're great. They're great.
So.
Yeah.
I know that the guy that used to write the, what do you call it, in Hustler magazine.
What?
He used to write the jokes, the captions under the comics in Hustler magazine.
Where
is he? He's the one that created your show.
He is?
He's the most talented. Yeah, he's the most talented of all of them. He also did Drew Carey. He's the most talented number I ever had on that show.
Yeah.
And I wish him the best.
Yeah,
and
he's Bruce Halford. Yeah, 3.
Yeah, he started out at Hustler magazine.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Those things were hysterical. He never told me that. You mean like the really dirty cartoons with the blood and everything?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they have those captions. They were funny.
Yeah, they're hilarious.
That one time I had a psychiatrist.
Yeah.
Like, and because they told me I should go see a psychiatrist. I didn't want to go see one or anything like that. But so I go to see this dude, the psychiatrist, and I'm talking to the guy, and I couldn't think of any problems or anything that I had. You know, I was just like, guy I'm working with is kind of a troublemaker, you know, and the boss is always... So I'm just like, I had nothing to say, and the guy's like sitting there, you know. So then I go to the guy twice, right? And then I'm reading the paper. The guy kills himself.
Really?
Yeah, he killed himself. And then I was reading his horrible life, like he was on all these drugs, and he was one of those guys that like to hang themselves there to have sex, and all this weird stuff. Anyway.
Oh my God!
Yeah. And then I just kept thinking, good God, like the last week of his life, he was listening to my boring problems, you know? He's all troubled, and I'm going, anyways, the guy, you know, I don't think he respects me, my boss, you know?
That's kind of, did like that, how deeply did that frighten you? When you read it in the paper that he killed himself.
Yeah, I don't like hearing about guys killing themselves.
That's really scary, isn't it?
Yeah. Especially a psychiatrist, you figure they got it all going on in their head, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, like, when you find out they're crazier than you.
Yeah. I don't like that. Because I don't like those psychiatrists, too. I'm always afraid, like, that, you know, they get you under their spell there.
Yeah,
and then,
they do.
And then you don't have anybody else. You only trust the guy.
Yeah.
And then, of course, first thing he does is have sex with you.
That's right. Yeah, the first, it's like a cult. It's a horrifying cult, I think.
Same with hypnotists. Like, I always think if a hypnotist is going to hypnotize you,
Yeah.
he should say right before, I promise I will not have sex with you, you know, while you're
Right.
under, because, you know, I want to give up smoking, but at the same time. I brought some pizza.
Oh, boy. Oh, I love this pizza.
Yeah, pizza.
Dairy pizza. Oh, my God, look it.
It's kosher pizza,
It's so good, too.
because you're Jewish.
That's right. I just want to be able to eat pepperoni that's made out of veal or something. I
no.
love that.
You'll go to hell.
What, if I eat pepperoni with pork?
Yeah, because you're Jewish.
Will that make me go to hell?
Yeah, isn't that the whole idea?
Go to hell?
You know, I'm Christian. I can eat any kind of pizza and not go to hell.
I don't think I go to hell for eating it either.
Oh, you don't?
No, I don't go to hell.
Well, they don't specifically mention pizza in the Old Testament, but it's,
But they do mention pepperoni.
yeah. This pizza
But
here.
it doesn't say you'll go to hell. It just says, you never know where,
You might want to avoid this piece. Actually has hooves on it. You want to eat that? And I said, listen, man, because I kept hearing these things about how old people always have sex.
Yeah.
So I said to my grandmother, grandfather, you still have sex with my grandmother? He was like, good Lord, no. And then he was explaining it to me. He was like, because in his own head, he thinks he's like a young dude.
Yeah.
You know? And so he says, like, when you get old, it's not like all of a sudden your taste change where you go, hey, that wrinkly old lady looks good.
He told you that?
Yeah.
Wow. He said that people still look good when they're in their 20s to like real old guys?
Yeah. Because he said whenever he looked in the mirror, he was always shocked because he thought he was like a doughboy back in the First World War. You know, he thought he was a handsome dude, and even if he did know he was ugly, he still was not attracted to the old bags. J.K. Rowling is a Christian, and J.K. Rowling famously said that if you're familiar with the scriptures, you could easily guess the ending of her book.
Huh?
Here's some Xanax.
Really? How many should I take?
Well, they get you very
One?
sleepy.
I better take only a half.
Oh, right now, just take a half.
Okay.
We'll be back with Roseanne after the Xanax kicks in. Questions from the Twitterverse, which I'm now realizing all suck.
Twitter kind of sucks anymore.
Yeah.
The
Tell them your most famous joke that people say you're too masculine.
Oh, that one. Well, that was my killer joke.
Yeah.
That's my ender, closer. People say, you're not very feminine. I say, suck my dick. That was my closer. Can't you be meaner?
Did
to
they
these
tell you not to
people?
be as mean?
No, they tell you to be meaner.
Well, early though, you told that guy to fuck off and stuff.
Well,
and
he
then-
was a fucking dick, and he needed to be told. He's like, he kept on like getting in my face, like as if,
No respect.
No, but I'm so used to that working around Hollywood people. But this one was like, you're not gonna come on my show and pull that shit.
Yeah.
Motherfucker. So anyway.
Hey, you want to do some jokes,
On the
Roseanne?
baseball.
I have Roseanne. I have jokes.
Okay.
Well, I think we have to take a.
No, we're not going to take a
before-
break.
Oh, okay.
Fuck the break.
No, we're going to just do jokes.
Sounds good.
And who better than Roseanne?
Well,
I can't think of anyone.
I can't remember. A study has found that men are just as likely as women to spread gossip. At least that's what I heard Rick tell Brad, who, by the way, has a crush on Patty.
Oh, does she? Hey, what about this? Kim and Kanye celebrated their baby Northwest's his name's Northwest, his 1-year birthday by throwing a big party. What's that?
It's a her.
Oh, it's a girl. Yeah, Northwest, of course. I should have known by the name.
North, yeah.
Anyway, she had her 1-year birthday, and they threw a big party with jugglers, a bouncy house, and a Ferris wheel. The bad news is that Northwest is a baby, so it doesn't know what the fuck is going on. Here's one. It's about your friend.
Hey, you're not going to believe this, but Bill Maher is giving away the solution to all our problems for free. He is, isn't he?
Yeah. Remember he had jokes about Ewell Gibbons? You know, he'd always
He'd
always
eating
pick one guy.
cardboard.
Yeah, eating cardboard. And I didn't even know who he was when I was a kid, but I just laughed.
I still don't know. Who's Ewell Gibbons?
He was famous. I think he did Grape Nut Cereals commercial. I love now I have to explain to this fucking guy.
He was about roughage.
Yeah.
And, organic roughage
Got it.
kind of guy.
So I didn't even know Grape Nuts had a. That's fine. I didn't know they had a commercial.
Shut up.
Shut up.
For 1 fucking minute, trying to talk to a legend of comedy. You're talking
I'm
about.
sorry.
Thank you very much for being.
That was fun.
Can I kiss you?
Of course.
Oh.
Oh.
Sweet. Oh.
Sweet. I'm glad I had a cert.
Everybody asked me on this show, when are you going to get a woman? I said, I'm not going to get a woman before I get Roseanne. I'll fucking tell you that. They said that this guy, Don Ohlmeyer, turns out to be the president.
Yeah, now I know Don Ohlmeyer, and just between you and me, he's an idiot.
Oh. Yeah, I'm firing you there from the show. And then I said, oh, that's not good. And then I said, why is that now? And he goes, oh, you're not funny.
Yeah.
And then I said, holy Lord, that's even worse news, He goes, no, I don't got nothing to fall back on. He's a good man.
He just fired you. What do you mean he's a good... What is wrong with you?
There's too much cock talk. This guy has fevered nightmares all night. Dreams, I mean, like sweaty, fevered dreams from the cock talk that's been all over his head.
Why bury me twice? He's killing me.
No, he's a good man.
That erased it. All right.
No, he's a good man.
Who cares?
After all that, that's the whiteout he puts on.
Yeah, I know, it's awful.
After he talks about you doing chin-ups on cock for 18 minutes, he goes, no, he's a good guy. I'll put it in sports terms why you got fired. You were fucking with OJ too much. That's exactly why you were fired, man.
Well, I don't know.
That's his buddy.
Yeah, it's his buddy.
Yeah, well, that's why you got canned.
OJ's a good guy. I mean, he's not...
We got to end on that, Normie, but there's what they'll remember you by. OJ's a good guy.
Man.
Thanks for coming
I
up.
swear to God, though, when you sit on a couch for the living. You should think about not giving that up. That's a great job. You sit on a couch, and you sit on a chair.
It got to be too much, though. I'm looking to lay down.
Gotta tone it down a bit.
No, but you're a great man, and I'm going to miss you on the show, man. You're a great man, isn't he? Because I was in the movie The People Against Larry Flint.
Versus
Larry.
You were in the movie.
The People versus, there was a famous movie and you're in it.
I was in it. I was one of the people that was versing in it.
Okay.
So I said to him, he said to me, hey, no, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. When Larry Flint says, I'll take care of you, I assume that means I'll be having sex with an odd-looking lady, and then he'll come in whacking off on his wheelchair.
Well,
but he's a wonderful guy.
I think
You know where this guy started? He used
give up.
He used to work under the Queensboro
George
Bridge.
Washington. I named the wrong bridge.
No, Queensboro Bridge, and he'd jerk off punks for $15 a man. That's when I first met him. But he's a good guy. But I met Dr. Phil. Guy's not even a psychiatrist.
No, he's just a big
buffoon. Yeah, he was. They put him. I had a TV show, and they put him. I didn't know who he was, and then he played a psychiatrist. He played himself as a psychiatrist. So I said, "Oh yeah, how long have you been a psychiatrist?" He goes, "I'm not a psychiatrist."
Wow.
I go, "You're not?" He goes, "No." He goes, "I met Oprah. I'm a jury consultant. You know, people that select juries.
Okay.
Because Oprah was going against had a lawsuit against a bunch of cattle or something.
Right.
And so he was picking the jury, and he just he said some old timey.
That's a hard jury to pick.
Cattle?
Because if you have any ties with any cows or any.
Right, in Texas.
I'm just because you have to be completely.
That's true. That's true.
But he must have been good at his job.
Yeah, he was great at that job, and then he fooled America. You know.
Yeah.
No, he's a good guy, I guess. But
did she make him a doctor?
He was a doc. Well, that was just kind of his nickname, Doc.
That was his nickname,
like Doc Ellis.
Right.
But anyways, Joyce Brothers. Yeah. Well, I don't want to speak ill of the dead, but what a fucking whore.
Jesus.
No, she was a nice lady. Adam was going, okay, you stand over with basketball scene. You stand over here. You stand over. There, you get over here, Timmy. You come around. You take the ball from Rock. You give it to. Well, somebody yell shoot! Somebody yell action! Said somebody yell action, and it was like action. No. Dugan directed the movie, but he was a good guy. Yes. I was showing Annie. Did you ever meet Annie? A sketch that me and Sandler wrote in my first year.
The ski lift?
Yeah, you remember
I love that
sketch?
one, yeah.
Oh, you remember that sketch?
Yeah. Was with Chevy Chase?
No.
It was with what's his
Jason
name?
Patrick.
Jason Patrick, yeah.
Yeah, it was not good. But did you ever have
You don't mind saying you don't like somebody.
What?
No, I think you said this.
No, he's a great man as an individual.
But how about as a group?
But I learned this from Robert Blake, who won't come on the show.
Nice guy.
I love him. But do you know him? Can you get him on the show?
No, I saw him on Beretta, though. I said, that looks like a nice guy.
Yeah, Beretta was the best.
And the Little Rascals, I saw him in.
Yeah.
The book was riveting.
And the flight.
You didn't read the book?
No, but I heard it.
Yeah, you heard it from me because I read it. God damn.
That was
this
a word you kept
motherfucker.
using, right?
I mean, no offense to him, but he's a good guy. Because it's funny with Saturday Night Live, isn't it? The people that either they go on to huge fame or they fizzle into oblivion generally.
Yeah. And it's...
then there's me.
And then there's you.
But you know what I mean? They go huge, big movies and big movie stars, or they're stabbing themselves in the belly out in the snow naked in Connecticut.
That is true. Yeah.
Well, in Charles Rockets, it was only because he was on Saturday Night Live.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he wrote it in blood on the snow. Have you heard of this? What? No, he's a good guy. Who are some of the guys you've seen? Charlie
some
Fleischer?
of the guys you started out with?
Charlie Fleischer?
Yeah, yes. Charles, he doesn't come by much anymore. But
Charles Fleischer used to always close the Improv. He'd always close.
Yeah.
And he'd do an hour.
I'm not sure. I think that guy's out of his goddamn mind. Am I allowed to say? I don't even know. If he comes back, it could be awkward. But
what happened?
He's just out of his mind.
What did he do?
You know, I'm not gonna get into it.
Did you have an encounter with him?
I mean, no, just every encounter.
That you have?
It's very bizarre. Off-putting.
Well. He seemed like a good guy. I had a black guy open for me, and I got him into the hotel. Nice guy, Vince Champ. His name was Vince Champ.
Oh, no.
I don't know whatever happened to that fella. But a nice
arrested
man.
for rape.
He knows. He knows. And he's not making fun of rape.
Two businessmen bought the Milwaukee Bucks for $550 million. They are very excited with their purchase, as this is the only legal way to own black people. Now that is here, and I read that.
Well, you're not there. You know how businessmen are racist?
They are.
Yeah, so it's them being racist.
They
not
are.
You.
The two businessmen that bought the Milwaukee Bucks for $550 million are racist, according
they're
to this.
Fine, man.
They're
Hey, how about this? The Dalai Lama said that killing in the name of religion is unthinkable. Hey, thanks, Dalai Lama. I'm sure everybody will fucking listen to you. No one listens to the Dalai Lama.
No one. He doesn't have a wide
Like the
reach.
head of another church is going to listen to the Dalai Lama. Oh, whatever. Everybody's good.
Hello, you are on Mutiny Radio.
Hi.
Did you just cough into the phone?
What?
Did you just cough? You're clearing your throat?
Can I just what?
Did you just clear your throat?
Oh, yeah, I did. I'm sorry.
Oh.
But my phone might suck, too. I'm on, like, a cell phone.
Oh, are you? Well, you have bad service. Are you with AT&T?
I don't know what it is.
No?
No, I just signed up for the phone.
Yeah, you shouldn't really. You don't want to promote them. Who knows, right? They could use you.
BlackBerry. Does it sound like we can do this?
Yeah. Can you hear me all right?
I can hear you fine. I don't know what I sound like.
You sound a little sick, actually.
I am sick. How'd you know?
Oh, you're a little nasally there. Well, I mean, I've heard your voice before, but
No, I got my eyes are crazy itchy, and I'm like, I'm like phlegmy, and sorry about making a gross noise.
I thought you were just like, hello, ha ha ha. I was like, wow, that's so nice.
No, it sucks.
Yeah, well, that's really gross. Are you sick or is it allergies?
I hope it's allergies, because I got to go on the road for a long time, so I don't have a cold. But
Yeah.
I haven't had a cold in a long time, so I don't think so.
Did it just start?
I had, you know what, last week, like, my eyes were itchy, but I thought it was chlorine, because I was swimming all the time.
Oh, nice.
And then it could be more.
And it could be what?
I feel like I'm whining to you about my...
You're complaining about your health. Yeah, it's like, why don't we let everyone know you're doing a show this weekend and come and catch a free disease? Norm MacDonald will be giving you his cold with every performance today. Is that too much? Hello?
I didn't hear that. What?
Oh, I said everyone can come and check you out and get a free cold from you.
Oh, yes, I'll give them a cold.
Yeah, that's nice of you.
I'll give them
A piece of Norm with every performance.
yes, exactly.
So are you going to stay in bed today or are you going to try to go out and see the city?
I want to I take NyQuil. I took NyQuil last night.
Ooh, you slept like a baby?
I take NyQuil. Yeah, because I don't drink, so like NyQuil's like really powerful on me. Like,
Oh.
I feel like all woozy, and then I wake up all like weird. You know?
Like what happened to you? Yeah, that's exciting.
I'm not like a huge. I don't have a high tolerance for anything.
Oh. Or do you straight edge? Is that, the term kids use, right? Straight edge?
No, I don't know what that means. What horrible thing is that?
It means that you don't do any drugs or you don't drink or anything. You're sober.
Straight edge? Oh, that's cool. Is that a term of derision, though, or do people admire them?
They like it. I mean, the straight edge kids like it, but I think the party kids kind of tease them for it.
But is it the idea that straight edge is the new cool, or
I think the Dare people probably want it to be the new cool, but I think it just is like the D&D crowd are probably the ones that get the most credit for it.
Well, nerdy people are cool now. Isn't it that?
It is, yeah, all the geek stuff. Would you consider yourself a nerd?
No, I think they should, because nerds are getting all the women now. You know what I mean? They should have like a revenge of the jocks. Jocks can't get any ladies because
That would almost be entertaining.
Yeah, the jocks are just left with like gnarly girls, but the nerds have all the classy, beautiful girls.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I did just have a friend inform me that less attractive women actually do more things in the bedroom.
They do what?
They do more things in the bedroom, like they put out more. They do more stops. I'm getting a nod from someone in the cafe. Is this true? Would you agree?
Well, I would say that in any any human act, you know, you're going to do as much as you need to do.
But they're saying it's like an evolutionary thing. Like the less attractive women need to try to keep their men, so they're putting out more stops or something.
Well, yeah, it's not evolutionary. It's the same as now. You have to look at evolutionary. You're like, I better, you know, I'm so awful looking. I better be the best person in bed that I possibly can. They're highly incentivized.
Mm-hmm. Maybe them and the jocks can get together. They seem like two future unrepresented or unloved groups.
Whereas beautiful women, they go, that's enough that I show up and you can lie down on top of me.
That's what I've heard, yeah. It's just the dead fish syndrome. But I think that works with guys, too. I think really attractive men don't really have to work for it, because so they can just do what they want. What do you think?
I guess that's true.
Do you work for it, Norm, or you just normally don't care? You're attractive?
Me, I find sex kind of a boring, repetitive kind of thing. I liked it in my youth when I was a boy. You know, about 47.
Oh, I see. So you're over it now.
That's all right, you know.
You're no Hugh Hefner. You're not
I
out
used to
there.
think, no, like to me, it's funny. Like people go, man, that guy's the coolest. I think he looks like an idiot. Like, you know, I wouldn't want to be a 100-year-old man walking around with 7 young, beautiful girls. I feel like an idiot. Like they were playing me for a sap.
Yeah. Exactly. Like, how can you not see them? They're so creepy. It's just like the age difference. It's not weird when she's 7, or it's weird when she's 7 and you're, 30, but when you're 70 and she's 20, it's okay.
Yeah, that's a good point. Never thought of that. Yeah, you're right.
Well, you're doing a show this weekend. Unfortunately, I was going to pretend to let you know that I was ovulating, so I was gonna, let you know it's a good thing you're not here because I'm more attractive to you. You just can't resist it. But you're telling me you're not even attracted to anything right now. So that's a bummer on my part. I'm ovulating. Women a week before their period, they ovulate, so they give out more hormones. Our breasts get a little bit larger.
Oh yeah.
And men unintentionally, you get more attracted to us. You can't really fight it. So I was just going to be like, you can't resist me right now. I'm ovulating. Get a whiff of what I'm, giving you. But you're telling me you don't even care.
Well, one thing I'm telling you is I hate knowing all that stuff. Like, about women's things and stuff. I go, can't that be mysterious? Never, tell me. There's still things I don't know. Like, people bring it up. You go, no, don't you understand? And every month I'm like, no, it's cool, whatever.
But you just don't want to know.
Because, I have a vague understanding, sort of, that, the less I know, the more I enjoy it.
I see. So I understand you're...
Not thinking of it as in a biological way. Helps me.
You would just prefer... I'm sorry, you just got joined. We have our other co-host.
Meat Hook. Norm, we hung out last night. You're a badass.
Oh, yeah.
Did you hang out with him last night?
Yeah, he was awesome. Let's talk about the show last night. It was awesome.
The show was fun, man.
Dude, it was rad. And you
on
started...
Thursdays, I do a lot of stuff. I just talk a lot and see what comes up.
It was awesome. He just kept, he was fucking with the people's heads at the end, and he just went on for an extra hour or so.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it was pretty amazing.
We did a couple hours last night. I'm wandering around while I'm talking to you guys.
Are you? Are you lost? Are you deranged?
No, I'm lost. I'm not going to lie to you.
Tell us where you are. We'll locate you. We'll find you.
I don't know. Larkin and...
Larkin? Just stay away from Market. You don't want to run into the homeless people.
Stay away from Larkin? Fuck. How'd I do this?
Go towards the water.
On my cell phone.
The homeless people don't like to bathe, so as long as you stay near the water, you'll be fine.
Water?
Yeah. They fear cleanliness. So, all right, I said, all right, Norm, you're doing this tour. How long are you doing this tour for?
I don't know. It's like every week.
Until you drop dead of this disease, or until you... Are you working on something else? I saw something you might be hosting. The poker show?
The what show?
Poker? You doing something?
I did that. I don't know. Well, poker right now is there's a lot of issues with online poker, so I don't know how...
I know my mom.
High stakes poker is going to do because it's all It's all a big thing now.
Yeah, my mom actually met you once. She's a semi-pro poker player. You bought her glasses.
She's a semi-pro poker player?
She is, yeah. She actually she's retired right now. Or she's on a leave because she's taking care of my sister's baby. She's playing a grandma role, but yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Isn't it fun? I know. Well, you play poker. You enjoy it.
A little bit, yeah. I enjoy it. You play?
I actually have played a couple times. I went with her once to a tournament, but I don't, I watch it more than I play it. I'm a voyeur. What can I say?
I got you. I see a boat from where I am now.
You see a what?
I see a boat from where I am.
Oh, then you're safe. The homeless people will stay away.
I'm going to ask someone a question. Okay, hold on.
So you hung out with him last night?
Norm's awesome. Yeah, he was at the bar. We went and saw his show last night.
Why don't you... Anyway.
Oh, maybe that one? Is that the cannery? It's the cannery. That's something.
Oh, you're by the piers over there.
I'm getting it.
Watch out for the peer pressure.
So I don't get lost in the middle of the Bay Area.
Yeah. If you want to see some local...
I know I'm in the area, but there's a bay because there's a bay here.
There is a bay there, you're right. If you can see the Golden Gate Bridge, it is the most popular bridge for people to commit suicide.
Where's the Golden Gate Bridge? Oh, yeah, there it is.
The red thing?
Beautiful. It's red.
Yeah.
You like the red? Why do you call it the red thing?
The red thing, yeah.
There's a debate between those two finalists, and you're sticking with the red thing?
Hey, I told you I'm ovulating. I know that's too much information, but...
The red thing, yeah.
That's what it all
comes to. I know very little. I just let you know.
Well, I was going to tell you that the Golden Gate Bridge, the red thing, is the most popular bridge for people to jump off of and commit suicide. So you could do some... Yeah.
They have a book, Suicide Note, Suicide Notes, something like that. It was just all there's 500. People were jumping off just to be the 300th and shit, toothaches.
Oh, you talking about the movie?
Oh, no, there's its actuality. They took all the suicide notes from the Golden Gate Bridge, suicide, and put them in a book.
I saw a documentary where it was just people that survived.
Oh, yeah, I saw that too. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
That's hilarious.
That is
what they all had in common?
They all have what?
They all had in common that did it?
Oh.
They all regretted it moments after.
Before they hit the...
Everyone. They have to see them everyone that died did too.
They should do a documentary on that.
You know what I think is also interesting? I looked into doing, I know this, we're still promoting your show, but I looked into being a suicide hotline worker, to try to talk people out of it. I did. And they don't pay you to do this. It's completely volunteer based. And you have to pay $50 or something like that to take a course. So for you to be in a position to save someone's life, they don't want to pay you and you need to sign a contract and you have to pay to do this.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's pretty ridiculous in my opinion.
So, when is that show I'm doing anyway?
Well, we're giving away tickets to your show on Sunday.
Giving away tickets to the show?
We are, yes. This Sunday, it's going to be out of control. You did a good job last night. I guess you went over the time.
It was pretty rough.
2 hours last night.
How did it feel? How was the crowd?
It's so hot out here. I'm in downtown San Francisco.
And did you enjoy the crowd? Everything? It was good.
Yeah, everything was good. It was fun.
Are you going to try to do any sightseeing today or anything like that?
No, I'm not going to see any sights. I'm tired.
Yeah, trying to avoid it. Get some emergency.
I gotta drink NyQuil and
Drink like Dayquil. You want Dayquil for the daytime.
Dayquil, that's true.
Yeah. And so you're doing the show all weekend long. You're going to be spreading your disease through Sunday.
Saturday, Sunday.
Who's opening for you? Do you know?
Larry Bubbles Brown.
Yeah.
A veteran of the Bay Area, the area around the Bay.
Crazy Legs. Wasn't that from what was the movie Crazy Legs? Isn't that his name?
I have no idea.
Skinny Legs. Crazy Legs.
Yeah,
all right, moving on.
I do also know that your birthday is coming up. I think it's on Monday, right? Oh, are you still?
Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Is your birthday coming up on Monday, right?
I lost it. Oh, no.
Did you lose it? Did you not hear me?
Check.
Norm?
Hello?
Hey,
Hello?
Can you hear us? Don't stay away from the bridge. Don't go in the water.
Don't go overboard.
Avoid the seals. They bite. Oh, no.
Can you hear us? I think we lost
I
him.
think we lost
Like I saw a one-woman show once by a woman.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Just one?
Yeah, the only one. And she was like, well, my mother had breast cancer, you know, and now I have breast cancer. And I'm like, well, it's everybody. Like, they think it's so special when everyone gets cancer and dies. Like that's
what if we just ended the podcast?
But it's almost like the height of narcissism to think that you're going to you're going to be so brave as to talk about it in person,
right?
Whereas all you're doing is just garnering sympathy for yourself.
Well, I guess that's true.
How's that brave? It seems cowardly to me. It seems much braver to me. Like, I remember Richard Farnsworth was an old character actor, and he did a David Lynch movie called The Straight Story,
Mm-hmm.
and riddled with cancer, you know, his last movie, and very frail. And it's this fantastic movie if you ever get a chance to see it. It's not a style, because I'm not really that big a fan of what's his name?
David Lynch?
Yeah. I'm not a fan of it. I don't understand weird stuff. I'm like, huh? What? But this one is a straight ahead story. You know, you think. I call it like a hard G. It's G rated.
Okay. It's hard G.
I call it hard G. Because the second time I watched it, I'm like, whoa, I understand it all of a sudden. Well, you got to see this movie.
Okay.
And if you watch it closely, there's like hellish things going on underneath the surface of what looks like a quaint story. It's based on a guy who, in actual real life, drove his riding lawnmower across the state to visit his brother who was dying. So anyways, the point of it is that Richard Farnsworth was nominated for an Academy Award for the movie. And if he had said he was filled with cancer, he would have won for sure.
Sure.
But instead, he didn't say it. And in fact, no one knew it. His family didn't know it. He kept it from everyone. And then he was a stuntman before he was an actor. He did what they call a stuntman's death, which is you put a shotgun in your mouth and with your toe you pull the trigger and blow your head off.
Oh my God.
And so that to me is courageous. Like you're not being a burden to your family. You know, they know nothing about it. And then you're gone.
And then that's it.
Yeah.
And then toe in the shotgun.
Yeah. And you know, they write him. He wrote a nice letter to everybody, you know, in the family, and said that, you know, he didn't want to. The reason he did it is he didn't want to cause people distress. So I thought, wow, how incredible! Like how many
to just
people
go through it
could do
alone.
that? Yeah.
So you don't think
to go through it alone?
You don't think you would write confessional? Like, do you? You didn't talk about any of the gambling stuff in your stand-up, did you? Like, was that
stand-up? No, never. I never talked about me, really. You know, I talked about universal me. You know what I mean?
Right.
That I was afraid of death, or that you know, that kind of thing, which is this was something that everybody is afraid of. You know, and so things like that. That. It was me, but it was everybody.
Sure.
I wasn't pretending that it was a specific ailment that I had. And if I had a specific ailment, and possibly I do, you don't know.
I don't know.
But I would not talk about it. I would not. I hope that I would not discuss it, and just to try to benefit monetarily from that.
Again, am I out of my mind?
friends gonna have a good time.
Enough of this grimness.
It's for the stubble, but it's for a role in a film.
Ooh, what's the role?
I haven't figured that out yet, but certainly there would be a movie that needs a prospector or something like that.
50 Shades. You saw what's going with Marcia Gay.
Yeah.
A couple more movies to be shot. You're into that, right, Norm? You like all that stuff.
No, I hate pornography.
You like the Red Room and the.
I don't like any of that. I don't like it when love is for sale.
Okay. So he says as he takes a sip of water. Let's talk about that celebrity sketch, or that Celebrity Jeopardy sketch.
Celebrity Jeopardy.
Celebrity Jeopardy.
Yes.
That, you wrote that.
Yes,
and you
I did.
came up with the Burt Reynolds thing.
Yeah, well, I wanted to do Burt Reynolds, and then when I wrote it, and then I stole it off SCTV. There was a sketch on SCTV, so I just stole it. But I waited for Martin Short to comment so I could ask for permission to steal it. And then
And he was okay with that?
he said that Eugene Levy wrote it, and he said, we'll get on a conference call with Eugene Levy. And I said, I'll call him, I'm a man. You know? So Eugene Levy gave me permission. But anyways, when I went to do the Burt Reynolds, Lauren, picks out the costumes and everything. He had a white beard and white hair and stuff. And I was like, no, I want to do him from the 70s. And nobody really mentioned it. Nobody really ever noticed it. But it's weird that there's one character in the sketch from 40 years earlier.
Will Ferrell, I watched this over and over. He never cracks. And in this one with the church for whatever, was he one of the greatest people?
Yeah. I wrote it for Will, basically, because he was such a fantastic actor, and I just thought that it was funny that Alex always has hope. You know what I mean? Alex, it goes bad, horribly bad, and then he still has hope the next time. Then it goes bad again. Question after question, show after show, season after season.
I like the way you talk, Thor.
You like the way I talk?
Yeah, it's like a neat cadence, but you got to be careful what we say to you because it can be shut down quickly, but we're following you over here. You know what I mean?
Well, you like how I talk because I talk like a man. And you don't hear that.
It's true.
You don't hear that much anymore. These days, can't tell the men from the ladies.
As I said, we'll move on.
You know who's a real man? Have you ever interviewed Josh Brolin?
Yes, we have.
You have?
Yeah.
My God, huh?
Yeah, total stud. A manly man.
He is
You got a thing for Josh Brolin?
Huh?
You got a thing for Josh then? Please, tread lightly in there.
No, I mean, he's a hot piece of tail.
Yeah, his tail is on fire. Tell us about Chris Farley going from one hot dude.
Yeah.
Farley.
Oh,
I
man,
can't tell you, the love I feel for Farley and his sketches. Was he the guy, even off camera, that just walked into the room and lit it up? Because according to your book, there was stuff you don't even see where he's nude and pretended to be a salad and things are going on. And please
he liked being nude. And he would come in and he'd go, I'm a girl. I'm a little girl. He'd talk, I'm a little girl. But anyways, he was the funniest guy. And he would always make everybody laugh. He'd just go out on the street and make everybody laugh. You know what he could do? He could fall. I remember we all tried this. We all went on the stage and tried this because he would fall into a breakaway table. And he could fall straight without putting his hands out.
Oh, my gosh.
And if you try to do it, you always put your hands out. It's survival, your survival instinct. And he didn't have that survival instinct.
Oh, well, he learned early on that the fall was funny for him.
Yeah.
And it was his signature move.
Yeah.
Did you see him later in life when it seemed like things were getting bad and he was sort of in trouble?
Yeah, I did. The last thing he did was work on a film that I was a motion picture that I was in. So that's the last thing he ever did. So I thought he would be fine though, because he was a giant man with huge constitution. And he'd take like a steak and he'd put a big piece of butter on each bite of his steak. So everything about him was just giant, and so I thought, this guy will never die. I was worried about Spade because he was a little frail guy, you know what I mean? Farley was this big giant. So I never worried about him, but he never thought he was funny, which was bizarre because everybody was always laughing whatever he said.
That was the sadness.
It was sad because he said I wish I was funny like Belushi. kind of a dark guy, melancholy, guy. Whereas Farley could make dumb people laugh, smart people laugh, people that didn't like him laugh, people that liked him.
A lot of comics though don't. Do you think you're funny? Because in your book, you've got Louis C.K. calling you Mark Twain in this, David Letterman, which we're going to get to, that loves you. Hold that right there. But do you think you're funny? Because a lot of comics have this thing where the validation isn't always there on the inside of their head. We got to talk about Letterman. The answer. I like when he got emotional on his last show. More with Norm MacDonald.
Hold, right?
Yeah. Hold, Norm. Drink, Norm. Drink. Pause.
Emotional. But because I was just emotional by mistake. It wasn't like I planned to be emotional or, I can't act. So I couldn't do that on cue or anything.
I like this side of you, Norm.
You do, huh?
But it speaks to the friendship that you two have.
I like the mannishness of it.
Well, I like both.
Okay.
Kind of like a Josh Brolin right now.
Yeah. I had a square jaw. Well, there I am doing David Letterman. I did an impression of David Letterman, and I felt like odd doing it, because I love him so much.
What does he mean to you? What did he do for you?
Oh, well, I planned to go on Johnny Carson. That was my plan. I was living in Canada, and I'd done stand-up 2 years, and I was pretty well at my peak of stand-up. So I said, I'm going to go on Johnny Carson. He had 8 months to go, and I'm going to be the last comedian that he anoints and calls over to the couch. Anyway, the guy that picked the comics, he didn't want me to do that. So I ended up on Dave, but that was better because Johnny, I just took on faith that he was funny. I don't know. To me, he was just a corny old man. But Dave was my generation, He was my guy.
But what clicked between the two of you? What was it?
Oh, I don't know. He liked me for some reason. And, so I worshiped him. And then I was like, I don't know why he liked me. I get to say,
what do you think of him now, like as Santa Claus Letterman?
Oh,
there he is.
No, I think that's really cool. But yeah, like I was saying, I'm sorry that they show those pictures because he did it to be anonymous, and now they show pictures, so everyone that sees a guy with a big white beard will know it's Letterman.
At Christmas, it's like Letterman. Do you talk to him? Do you ever call him on the phone or talk about it? Nothing.
No.
He doesn't seem like the type that would keep in touch. I don't know. I'm just judging, but he's just sort of in his lane up there in Connecticut.
Yeah, he lives. He has his ranch, and he's in New York City a lot. And I talked.
There's a story
maybe
there.
I spoke to him, but
We caught you. Gotcha. That was good.
But no, he's having a good time. He really likes being retired. He said it surprised him a lot. He thought he would not know what to
with the election, he's sitting at home. There's so much material. It writes itself. He has to miss it.
No, he wishes that he would have been able to do Trump.
Talking about the election and Trump, you were just on Fallon the other night. Trump was there. Did you guys talk a little bit?
Well, what happened was, first of all, I watched it. I thought it was fine. And the next day they were like, Jimmy wasn't. It's Jimmy Fallon. Yeah. He's not going to ruin his chance to get to host Face of the Nation. So no, I was second guest, and he was first guest. First time I was ever second guest.
Really? And I didn't even really surprised, continue.
But it was Donald Trump. So there's only a couple minutes between. So Donald Trump came out, and he was with the Secret Service guys. And I said, "Can I get a picture of Mr. Trump?" And so he's like, "Oh, yeah, I know you, I love you. Yeah, we'll get a picture." I knew him from before. He goes, "We'll get a picture. Just give me a minute." And then he turns around, he walks down the hall, and gets in an elevator.
You're still waiting.
Yeah, I was like,
you're like best trick ever.
I know, it was like a Buster Keaton movie.
That's a good one. Fallon was on you at SNL. Was he the young guy when you were on there? And did you?
No, he wasn't on with me. We didn't cross paths.
There was no. Okay, I guess he was so young.
Yeah, he was a very, very young kid.
Who did you pay?
He used to send in jokes all the time when I was on Update, and I think he got 1 on or something.
So he was the young, aspiring, always trying to get in there.
trying to get in. And then, but then he got in and blew the roof off his roof.
Anybody you paid it forward to is what I was going to ask, because you had so many people. You talked about Adam Sandler and everybody that sort of helped you. Who did you pay it for?
No, I didn't pay it forward. No, I tried to help people, but then it turns out they sucked.
Like, I can't pick good guys. And if a guy's good, he'll make it anyways. But, you know, I have had a few guys that go, you got to hire this guy. And then the guy phones me and goes, oh, that guy sucked. Like, he was the worst. I'm like, I didn't know. It seemed funny to me.
Norm's memoir, based on a true story. How loosely based on a true story, or 100% based on a true story?
It's 100% true.
Okay.
The facts is not a lot of the facts out there, but the truth is there.
It's out now. Norm, this has been interesting. Nice to meet you.
Thank you, Karen.
I love that.
Thank you.
All right, there's been a lot of drama on the CBS hit Criminal Minds. Thomas Gibson was fired after kicking a writer. You can't do that, Norm. Were you an update from it?
Kicking a writer?
Yeah. New cast member Adam Rodriguez is coming out next.
So, Norm, your book, based on a true story, reads like a novelistic memoir. The central narrative is reminiscent of Hunter S. Thompson's Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, and you've got bits of Jack London, Steinbeck, and maybe just a dash of Tolstoy sprinkled in there for good measure. I'm curious about what you were hoping to accomplish with the book. Do you see it as kind of a parody of celebrity memoirs, an homage to your favorite authors, or is it something else entirely?
No, what I wanted to do was make the greatest comic novel of all time, because I love reading, but when it comes to comedy, it's incredibly hard to write comedy. You know, Mark Twain is funny.
Oh, yeah.
To an extent, he's funny. John Kennedy O'Toole's novel was funny.
A Confederacy of Dunces, yeah.
To an extent, it was funny, but it wasn't gut-busting funny. So I wanted to make a book that was, I knew I couldn't make it as strong as my stand-up. First of all, it's fiction. It really bothers me that it's on the nonfiction. Mm-hmm. New York Times considers it nonfiction because it's ridiculous. And I've had arguments with them because just because it says a memoir on the title is meaningless. You know, that's just the title. Anyways, no, that's what I was aiming to do, was to write the funniest novel that's ever been written.
Yeah, gut-busting.
Yeah.
One of the great things about the book is that it's unlike any other works of comedy I've ever encountered, whereas a lot of books by celebrities are confessional, telling the story behind the story. With this book, you turn that model on its head. You'll take a kernel of truth and spin it into a ridiculous story, like the time you worked on SNL and ended up with a 40-year prison sentence for contracting a hitman to kill a writer. And some reviewers have said the book ridicules audiences looking for some juicy gossip. Does that criticism hold any water for you? Is that something you were trying to do?
No, I wasn't trying to do it, but I did immediately understand that backstage holds nothing. Like in show business, backstage is just you're eating a sandwich trying to figure out what to do on stage. So, you know, on stage is the real thing. And so what I was trying to do with the book to make that point strongly was to make the book not backstage either, but rather on stage. I wanted to make the book a work, not talking about some other work, you know.
Mm-hmm, a novel as opposed to nonfiction. Yeah, and my sense is that maybe another reason why you wanted to turn your life into this work of fiction is because you're not a fan of confessional comedy, right? I've read that somewhere.
Oh, no, I'm not. No, this is a new thing that I didn't even know about until a couple of years ago, and I started noticing it in clubs, you know. And it was maddening. I didn't like it at all.
Why not?
Well, because I was always taught that the nature of art was to conceal, not to reveal. When people confess things, and they're told how brave they are, you know, because they have cancer or something, and they talk about it. Well, everyone has cancer. I mean, it's not rare at all. The brave thing to do if you have cancer is to not talk about it, is to just have it and keep it a secret And don't burden anyone with it. All you're doing is burdening people with those things.
You think so? You don't think it can ever be helpful to share this story for other people going through, in this case, going through cancer, dealing with cancer? You don't think that?
It might be, but I certainly doubt that's its intent. Its intent is to bask in the pity.
So it's kind of narcissistic, would it be fair to say, almost?
It's incredibly narcissistic. These are private things.
Yeah. Have you ever read Nick Tosh's 1992 biography of Dean Martin? It's called...
Yes.
You have?
Dino.
Yeah, excellent. Dino, Living High in the Dirty Business of Dreams. The reason I ask is because you've read it, you know this, but our listeners won't know this. One of Tosh's central arguments in the book is that Dean Martin approached his life and career with this thing called menefregissimo, an Italian word meaning I don't give an F. And it seems to me that you have a lot of that same spirit of menefregissimo, and that is a big part of your appeal and success. I would even go so far as to say that you could be described as the Dean Martin of stand-up comedy. Or maybe it would be more accurate to say that Dean Martin is the Norm MacDonald of male vocalists. What do you think? Do you think you've got the menefregissimo going on?
Dean Martin is my hero of all time. He's like my number one guy.
Really?
When I was a little kid, I would watch the Dean Martin show.
Sure. Gold Diggers, him coming down the fire pole?
Yes.
Yeah.
And something resonated with me that everything else seemed false, but he seemed real within that false framework. I always remember this sketch he did because he would get giant stars on the show, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So it was him and Ruth Buzzy. They're in a cold water flat. They're supposed to be a couple. And she's in complete Ruth Buzzy garb with the handbag and everything.
Yeah, the old lady scene that she does Gladys, I think the name was, that she would do with Artie Johnson on Laughing.
Exactly. And Dean Martin is wearing a tuxedo.
Yeah.
The same tuxedo that he had on for the opening monologue.
Yeah.
And he's just standing, reading from a card, not even looking at her. And she's acting up a awful storm, you know. There's a knock on the door. It's Sinatra, who's also wearing a tux. Oh, they also have a drink and a cigarette in their hands.
Oh, of course.
So they walk in, the sketch, and then Dean Martin sees something. I'll never forget this. He starts laughing, and he walks up and he looks at the cue card, you know, and he picks it up and starts reading it and laughing at how funny because he's never seen it before. So I don't know. It's sort of dereliction of duty in a way, you could say, but to me it was hysterical as a child. So yeah, Dean Martin was a gigantic influence in my life. It's funny that you stumbled onto that.
So Dean Martin's this huge influence. Is that the thing you took, the thing that I see in a lot of your comedy, the menefregissimo, the I don't give an F attitude?
Yes, I stole that from Dean Martin, note for note.
Wow. Okay.
But I love that thing. I forgot that phrase. What do you call it?
Menefregissimo. That's what Tosh calls it. It's a real word. It's like, actually, I looked it up. It's in Wiktionary. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's fun to say.
Menefregissimo, yeah. I would order that.
Yeah, menefregissimo with a little marinara on the side. Yeah, I would order it too.
Menefregissimo. I love that. Yeah.
So something else I read in terms of just writing a joke, that one of the things you often aspire to is you like to have a setup and punchline that are as close together as possible in terms of the wording. Right?
Yes. That was something that I tried to do on Weekend Update specifically, not in stand-up. Because it was a parody of the news, it needed to have the setup be a very rigidly written sentence that a newsman would say, you know?
Yeah.
Exactly like a newsman would say. Since it had that, I thought the punchline and the setup, if they were exactly the same, would be great, because then you're just pointing out the absurdity of the setup, you know? Oftentimes in a joke, I would do the setup and everyone would laugh, and then you don't even have to go on, you know? Because you can't comment on something that everybody already finds ridiculous and funny.
Yeah. Can you give me an example? Is there a joke that's come the closest, something that you told on Weekend Update that came closest to the setup and punchline almost matching word for word?
Yes, there was one joke. Lyle Lovett and Julie Roberts are getting divorced. The reason insiders cite is that she's Julia Roberts and he's Lyle Lovett.
Yeah, that's great because they seem like such an odd couple. So yeah, you use the newsman setup, and then that is a classic. What is the biggest laugh you ever got? Like, you've gotten thousands, I guess, in all the years you've been doing stand-up. Is there one moment that you can point to as one of the biggest laughs or the most satisfying laughs you ever got?
No, I can't, because this is why. Because in live stand-up, this is something I learned also, because I was always afraid to speak to the audience, and I also thought it was very hackneyed to speak to the audience.
Oh, like to interact with them.
Yes, to interact with the crowd. And so I would just stare into the lights and do my jokes. As time went on and I gained a little maturity, I understood it was only fear that stopped me from talking to the audience, and that's what the audience loves. That's what makes it a live event. Otherwise, they could just watch it on YouTube, you know. They could just watch your act or just read your act off a piece of paper. So what they want is interaction. So that's why I can't cite the biggest laugh, because that's where the biggest laugh would come, organically out of a conversation with people.
Yeah.
I think about laughter quite a bit. And when you say, like, the biggest laugh, I find it very interesting. I was just thinking about this last week. The biggest laughs you'll ever hear in life are like at a Thanksgiving dinner with a bunch of loved ones. And nothing funny is said, you know, but there's this laughter that's going through the room. And it just comes from love. So I've been talking about love a lot in my act lately, because I find that to be a taboo subject.
I find that surprising. Why do you find love to be a taboo subject?
Well, no one talks about it. You know, no one finds any comedy in it. And yet it's central to everything there is.
Do you think because so much of comedy is based on conflict, love is difficult to turn into jokes?
Yeah, it's very difficult.
Can you give me an example of a joke about love that you've told that you're particularly happy with?
Well, I talk about how much we don't love, you know, and how we can walk beside a homeless guy that's pleading for money and ignore him and stuff. I talk about, like, how a dog can love, and that's all it does, really, is love. You know, we can't even keep up with the dog. But now, this sounds not funny at all, as I say it.
Yeah.
But when I say it in a club, it catches people off guard. That's what it does. Because you're not supposed to be talking about that. You're supposed to be cynical. And I used to be cynical. I used to be a very cynical person.
So when did you stop being such a cynical person? What was the turning point?
I don't know. Just as I aged, just as anybody grows, you know.
Yeah.
Just constant introspection and seeing that what you do maybe is hollow or something, and so you have to change all the time.
Do you see, or have you seen your work as a stand-up comedian as hollow?
Yeah, my earlier work, yeah.
Yeah, because you're constantly improving and growing.
Yeah, I talked of nothing of consequence or significance. I do love comics that talk about minutiae. Like there's a comic named Brian Regan that I love, and Jerry Seinfeld.
Sure, yeah, the master of it.
And in some ways, I think those guys are the deepest of anybody, because they talk about the stuff of life, you know, the little things.
Yeah, life is made up of the details.
Yeah, exactly. So I certainly love that, but I guess my mind goes toward the more ethereal, especially as of late. You know, I live alone, I think a lot, so I sort of live in a fantasy world more than I wouldn't know what's inside a grocery store, you know.
It has its pros and cons to live in a fantasy world.
It has its pros and cons, yeah. You could lose your mind, that's the con.
Yeah.
But the pro is everything turns out all right.
Menefregismo, menefregista, el menefregismo, 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 menefregismo.
Norm MacDonald is a stand-up comedian and a fictional memoirist. His new book is called Based on a True Story, a memoir. His new stand-up special debuts on Netflix on Tuesday, May 9th. It's called Norm MacDonald, Hitler's Dog, Gossip, and...
Yeah, well, I thought this was a memoir. I thought this was...
No, it only says a memoir on it, but it's a novel. I don't know, so I was angry when it was in the nonfiction.
Yeah.
Because it's a memoir. It says a memoir, it doesn't mean anything.
Right.
It's like if you bought Grapes of Wrath, you're like, hey, there's no grapes.
Yeah.
Or you put it in the grape section. That's smart.
Yeah.
Then everybody will find Grapes of Wrath.
Yeah.
People that like grapes.
Okay, listen.
I'll do a bad joke first, though. If Earth hasn't been visited by
Every other guest has done this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If Earth hasn't been visited by super intelligent aliens, then who made all those inexplicable, perfectly strong... Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then...
I was once trapped on a desert island, and to be honest, the 5 albums I brought didn't help a goddamn thing.
We write jokes. Right. So, would you like to read one?
Yeah.
That's for you.
I'll play along.
A little louder.
This one, I don't know in this era. They announced there's going to be another Twilight movie, and the little girl inside of me is really excited.
Well, John has a reputation for being a bit of a swinger. Did you know instead of an umbilical cord, John was born with a bungee cord? This is a saying I made up. There are a lot of ships that are very valuable, right? Like you probably think a golden ship was valuable, right?
This is already a terrible saying. This is
a ship made only of diamonds. I don't know if it would float. I don't know. But you would think that would be your most valuable ship. But you know what, sir? It is not. You know what your most valuable ship is?
What is that?
Friendship. And Cloris Leachman is here. Cloris? Cloris, if people say you're over the hill, don't believe them. Why, you'll never be over the hill, not in the car you drive.
Started collecting owl pellets, and for anyone who doesn't know, when an owl eats a field mouse or a rodent, it eats it, digests all of the edible parts, and then regurgitates a pellet, which is like all the bones, all the undigestible matter. And I collect those and harvest the bones and then make magical creatures out of them.
Well, that's fine with me about that owl. I don't give a hoot. Greg Giraldo is here. He has the grace of a swan, the wisdom of an owl, and the eye of an eagle. Ladies and gentlemen, this man is for the birds. Susie Essman, of course, is famous for being a vegetarian. Hey, she may be a vegetarian, but she's still full of baloney in my book. Hey, listen, I may not have book smarts, but you know what I have? Supermarket flyer smarts. You know where I got them? From reading a lot of supermarket flyers.
That can't be one of the jokes, is it?
Jesus.
Dude.
Did you ever think...
I smell a mass firing.
When you go to the men's room later, you'll see a sign that says, "Gentlemen, pay no heed, go right in." There's no room that says "scoundrel" on it. I made a bad business decision, Adam Egan. Started an online business. You know what I sold? Brick and mortar.
That's pretty good. I like you gave it something, too.
I gave a little bit.
Is this going to go down as a test show?
No.
You better fucking air it.
Listen, you ever think that I wanted to... Rushing the words. Yes.
Jesus Christ. Test show, test show. I'm being tricked.
We have a lot of well-wishers here tonight, and a lot of them would like to throw you down one. A well. They want to murder you in a well. Seems a little harsh, but apparently they want to murder you in a well. It says here on this card. Hey,
A new study shows 37% of people talk to their car. It's the first study ever conducted by the International Organization of David Hasselhoff.
No, but Bob has a beautiful face like a flower. Yeah, cauliflower. No offense, but your face looks like a cauliflower.
President of ESPN says he quit the network because he was being extorted over his cocaine use. Cocaine also explains fuck it.
As you can see, he has wavy hair. It's waving goodbye on account of he's going bald.
Did you know every planet in our solar system is named after a god?
I did not know that.
Except Earth, which is named after all that stuff on the ground. Okay, can I keep this?
You got
I love this.
No, I think that that Bob should join the Ku Klux Klan. And that's not because he's racist. He's not racist. It's just that he'd look a lot better with a hood over his head on account of his face. How can you not get that?
Call me old-fashioned, but I long for the days when wives stayed at home and only cost 3 goats.
I get that one.
I heard you have hair on your chest, Bob, and, well, let me tell you something. That isn't your only resemblance to Rin Tin Tin. You're a fucking dog face. No, there are times when Bob has something on his mind, when he wears a hat. With no thoughts at all, just a hat.
I don't want fancy things or fancy schmancy things. I don't even want fancy schmancy wancy things or fancy schmancy take a trip to Francie things. What I want is wasting your time and mine.
You're an infant.
The joke. I don't think we're coming back either. Don't say that at me. Here's the joke.
TV pitch, 3 words, young Gene Shalit.
I'd watch that. I would watch.
They are going to have to lease editing equipment for this show.
Hey, what about this joke? If you can't handle me when I'm covered in the blood of a boar I've just sacrificed to the gods, then you do not deserve me during the bountiful harvest that will result. Nah, those things don't work out.
I'm not coming back, Norm.
And Bob is not very worldly. He thinks the English Channel is a British TV station and not a body of water separating England and France. No, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. He's never bought Christmas seals. He told me he wouldn't know what to feed them.
When I was a kid, I walked in on my parents having sex. It was the most embarrassing half hour of my life. This is what I saw. This is what I saw. I walked in.
Your mom is lucky.
I walked in. I take after my father. I like my movies like I like my pasta. Meatballs, too. Okay, go.
I can't stand stuck-up bodies of water.
Is that right?
It's like, get over yourself, Lake Superior. My favorite NCAA teams all happen to be colors. Auburn, Navy, Sienna, and hot bubblegum pink.
Oh, they're very good, yes. They. Do you want to say it again?
No.
Oh, here's something interesting. You don't have to hold on to that.
I'm just trying to believe that somebody actually wrote that as a joke.
Jane, if you fight fire with fire, there's only one winner. America's powerful fire lobby.
Who writes these?
My palm reader told me that I have nice hands. Maybe the nicest hands she's ever seen. Also on Friday, I'm going to get hit by a train. But let's be honest, most people you ever see go skinny dipping are more actually going dipping. Let's just be. And now, Jane Fonda will do the last joke, so say your joke.
If I could add one president to Mount Rushmore, it would be James Polk, because I'm interested to know what he looked like.
What did he look like? I took him to a ball game, and he came toting a double-barreled shotgun. You remember that? I said, what the H is that for? Bob said, I heard the Lions were playing the Tigers.
Imagine how different our world would be if Mumford had remained childless.
Fad Mumford?
Fad.
Fad.
Fad?
Shut up. Okay, next.
You know, I've been jogging for a few months now, Chevy, and you might like to know that I recently set a personal record for a 5-mile run. 3 miles. And now, the final joke by Chevy Chase.
To me, perfect sex is like a car wash. You start by lining up right and going in slow, and you finish when 3 Mexican dudes run up and furiously towel you off.
This is not a great joke. I shouldn't editorialize. A storm picked up eggs and milk over the Rockies and is now battering the Midwest. It's a terrible... So that's not much of a joke. M. Night. Take everything you know about bread and throw it out the window. Okay? Did you do that?
I did.
Great. Now, let me tell you about a little invention I made. Bread.
Now, I ain't saying she's a gold digger.
You're not saying she's a gold digger.
But she does have several shovels, picks, and panning sluices strapped to her burrow.
Oh, well. She may, in fact, be a gold digger.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Wearing glasses doesn't always make you smarter. For example, you must wear them on your face. I'm missing it.
Right now, and just give everything to that one word, face.
Okay. Wearing glasses doesn't always make you look smarter. For example, you must wear them on your face.
No, nailed it.
Is that good?
That's very good. You know these donkey shows
I feel
down
like that's a pity laugh. Definitely this area was a pity. That was a pity. There was a couple of genuine over there.
Sure.
Okay, here's the final joke.
Final joke. The inside of the human body is more of a miracle than you'd first think.
Even more of a miracle than you'd first think. Why is that?
Since everything goes on in there in total darkness.
Well, you never... What? Wait, no. Oh, cut it!
That can't be the way we end.
No. Authors are obsessed. This is what, going back to I don't know, Updike and Hemingway, male authors have been, anyways, male authors do tend to be obsessed with female bodies. Male authors obsessed with female bodies. Going on and on about webbed feet and soft insulated. I'm sorry, that's male otters. No. This concludes the joke. And in court this week, Cato Kalin testified that O.J. Simpson did not appear angry before or after the period of his wife's murder. But Kalin admitted he could have been a touch edgy while he was actually murdering her. Might have been a Labor Department study shows that the number of temporary workers rose to 2 million in 1994. And that study doesn't even include the most temporary of the temporarily unemployed, Cato Kalin. Yesterday on Rivera Live, Cato Kalin made the startling admission that he now thinks O.J. Simpson is guilty, although authorities suspect this may just be part of an attempt by Cato to crash at Fred Goldman's place for a while. As the jury's decision was announced, Nicole Brown's sister Denise Brown told reporters, quote, "I feel ecstatic," while Johnny Cochran said, quote, "I accept the verdict and now we must move on." Meanwhile, Cato Kalin said, quote, "Please, God, don't let it be over." Wednesday on CBS's This Morning program, correspondent Eleanor Mondale went toy shopping with Cato Kalin. According to producers, it was part of a new segment on the show called Let's Punish the Audience.
Hey, how about Norm's friend in the companion seat right now, Cato Kalin? Remember Cato? There he is. How long have you known Cato?
Cato, I know him about 15 years.
How did you meet Cato?
Well, he lives in his house.
Cato,
Norm actually
Cato
crashes on my couch.
Yeah. Cato, you got to get your own place.
Got it, Alan. Got it.
How did you meet Norm?
Actually, through sports many years ago.
Up in Canada?
Tennis and golf.
Didn't know you
played. I've been around for a while there,
yeah.
Regis. Yeah.
Didn't know you played tennis and golf.
Oh, yeah,
so-
yeah.
Good, good.
As a matter of fact, my charity today is the Palm Beach Tennis and Golf Resort.
Oh, actually, Norm's kidding. It's the Hole in the Wall gang, right?
Yeah, it's the Hole in the Wall gang camp that Paul Newman started, and it's real good for kids to go to that camp that are sick, you know.
That's nice. That's good.
Make a lot of money.
Cato's very happy for you.
Cato's a good man.
He's
Because
thrilled
Joy
for
has
you.
her hand in my lap.
Joy has her hand in Cato's lap. Hooray! Dynamite so far. Cato's very proud of you.
He's a good man.
$300.
By the way, Cato and I, I like the ladies, you know what I'm saying?
You and Cato like to...
He's just a guy I know, that's all I'm trying to say.
We all have our own thoughts about that.
I can't believe you were bullied by Norm MacDonald.
Why don't you believe that?
Because Norm is just like the unicorn. Like nobody really has conversations with Norm, let alone.
He would kind of, he would.
I'm going to kick your ass, Fred.
No, not threaten to beat me
Me and
up.
Billy Joe Shaver.
not threaten to beat me up, but just kind of like
teasing you a lot.
I know you're at the end, but him and Cato were friends, and they would just be
him
assholes.
and who?
Cato Kalin, the biggest piece of shit.
So
You
Cato
didn't watch the
Kalin.
whole Artie thing. We talked about it.
No,
yeah.
I didn't. I fell asleep. It was on late. That's not because you were boring. I mean,
him and Norm were best friends. He was Norm's lifeline.
Hey,
or something.
Cato Kalin.
They were friends.
So
and they would
Cato
play tennis.
Kalin would heckle you too?
Well, we one time me, Cato, and Norm played tennis, and I got a flat tire, and they were driving, laughing at me because I was on the side of the road. And Cato would kiss up to Norm,
but they didn't stop to help you with your.
No,
flat tire.
they stuck their heads out the window, were laughing as they drove by.
What jerks!
Yeah,
You on Norm's podcast?
Well, I did.
Oh, you did already?
Yeah.
Oh.
And
well, you don't need my help at all, do you?
No. Yeah, and
was it fun? Did you
it
bring
was.
up the fact that he bullied you?
Or
were you afraid because he was a bully?
I was a little afraid that I'd get busted, and about the book. But he goes, I don't care. Norm didn't care. Yeah, I go, I said, Norm, I have to be honest. You're in the book, and I said something. He goes, I don't care.
Sam, who was Norm's best friend the second season of the Norm Show?
Kato Kalin.
You're kidding. I spent an entire year with Kato Kalin. I know stuff about Kato Kalin. Norm, Kato befriended Norm. I can't even get into this whole thing. So we do, the Norm Show was 2 seasons, all right?
Right.
And we shoot the first season of the shit's picked up. In the meantime, Norm is living in L.A. So I get back to, you got to be back on the set like August 1st or something. So I start moving back out there like July 28th. And this girl, Lori Jo, who Sam's talking about, and maybe even Sam might have called me up and said, Norm wants, to play a big poker game tonight at Norm's, which we used to do all the time. Is come by. He goes, oh, wait, you're going to meet Norm's new best friend. I'm like, who's that? She goes, you'll see. I walk in, and it's Norm and these guys we used to play poker with, and Norm's crazy ex-assistant, this kid Danny Wilson. And Kato Kalin. I'm sitting there going like this, like one of the main characters in the biggest trial of the century.
Well, Ralph is the Kato Kalin. I mean, Ralph.
It's amazing the parallel.
It's a type of guy. It's like
he's the poor man's Kato.
No, I mean, yeah.
Poor man, you're rich.
You got more money than OJ.
No, Ralph's the poor man's Kato Kalin.
But can I just say something about Ralph? There's such a level of entitlement where he always says, I don't feel entitled. But like he'll go to Sam's house and you would think being in the guest house and having access to servants or whatever would be enough. He was out there one time a couple times ago, and if I have the cars wrong, tell me, Sam, but I guess the Bentley was parked in front and the Mercedes was parked behind, and Sam left the keys to the Mercedes for Ralph so Ralph could go around and do what he wanted. And somehow Ralph talked the help into giving him the keys and moving it so he could drive the Bentley.
But you got it.
Like the Mercedes wasn't enough, the Bentley was what he needed to be.
These guys are great at doing it, and L.A.'s filled with now. Well, Kato did that whole season, like, systematically. By week 15, Kato was on the show.
Yeah.
Kato got onto the Norm Show.
Kato was looking for a job out of it.
He had
he gets kind of passed around, too, because there was a writer-producer, Kevin Curran. I think he's on The Simpsons now.
Yeah.
He used to be on Married with Children, and the first time I met Kato was after the O.J. trial, and he was hanging out with Kevin Curran.
But he was like in my life. Like, I would go to work, and Kato would be, whether he had to work or not, he was at rehearsal.
And what did Norm get out of it?
Well,
Norm
just said, hey, look, he's a good guy. And, like, we would all go, like, I don't know what's... So Norm got so friendly with him that every once in a while we go to this tennis club by Warner Brothers.
All right.
And we play doubles tennis. And Norm and Kato always had to be a team. It became, like, the 4th fucking grade. So me and one of the other writers would always play Norm and Kato in tennis. And I would tell the writer, I said, listen, if we lose to these motherfuckers, I'm gonna tear Kato's head off. Because if they got a point, and Norm is so competitive, you want to strangle him.
Right.
If they got a point, man, Kato would go like, and you just feel like going, you murdering fuck, you killed a woman, you helped kill a woman. Like
Kato didn't have anything to do with murdering a woman.
Well, I felt like saying that to him.
Oh.
But he would make you live it in red with anger, and like Norm and him were just the best of buddies for a year, like he had his...
And what happens that the relationship
They had a falling out somehow.
Oh, really?
Of course.
The Norm Show got canceled. I came back here. I started here, and eventually I heard they had a falling out. But it's weird.
I think Kato was Norm's phone a friend on Celebrity Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Get out of here.
So when they were playing tennis together, they always had to be like a doubles partner?
Oh, my God, Howard.
Like it became like a
And
thing.
you could see how insidious it was. And me and this other kid who we'd play with, like, we used to beat him most of the time, thank God. But
Oh, my God, really?
Yeah, if we lost...
Well, he gets so... Norm is the most...
We got thrown out of the club. There was an incident with David Hyde Pierce.
What? David Hyde Pierce, what a group.
Next to the Warner Brothers lot, there's like this tennis club, and it's like an exclusive club, and it was like Caddyshack. Me and Norm would walk over in corduroys and just say we want a court, and the guys there were like star fuckers. They give Norm a court. He had a show on ABC, so we walk on, and David Hyde Pierce would be there, and he had like an instructor.
He'd be in his tennis whites.
Tennis sweaters tied around his neck.
Oh.
And me and Norm, like, if I lost a point to Kato Kalin, I'd go, fuck, cunt, fuck, and I'd throw the racket, and David Hyde Pierce would get all scared.
What's this?
Yeah, like he was scared. And Norm would like abuse him about maybe being gay, like all this shit.
My
like and finally Hyde Pierce complained and got us thrown out. We got walked out of the club. Me, Norm, Kato Kalin, and this writer, we got walked out of the club. David Hyde Pierce was looking at us like all red-faced, like, yeah, get out of here.
Fuckers.
Yeah, fuckers. But Kato and Ralph has a lot of those. Like when I'm hearing this, I saw it firsthand, and I'm saying, my God, he's doing the same exact thing.
Yeah, that's wild.
I want to address myself as best as I know how to those that I have wronged, that I have sinned against. I have sinned against you, my Lord, and I would ask that your precious blood would wash and cleanse every stain until it is in the seas of God's forgetfulness, never to be remembered against me.
I think I heard Matthew Perry once in an interview. I think he basically said he invented sarcasm. I think he said that. Norm was on Saturday Night Live. Norm tells the best fucking stories about some of those celebrities that went through there. And Matthew Perry had an assistant and said, you know, he said to Norm, Matt wants to do a sketch that he wants you to be in where he talks like he does on Friends. He calls it Matt speak. And Norm said, what are you talking about? He goes, well, you know, he invented a way of talking, the way he talks on Friends, Matt speak. And he showed him a clip, and Norm said, are you talking about sarcasm? Matthew Perry called sarcasm, he renamed it Matt speak.
Hilarious.
And Norm goes, you're talking about sarcasm?
What about the black odd couple, Gil?
They should have just said to him, oh, that was really good.
I think one of the younger writers said, I think Matthew Perry is a genius. And I think that's what it was. And Norm said, is he good at math or something? Harvey Weinstein was holding court. He was talking about he had seen that scene of alternative comedy, and he had seen somebody that everybody, you know, was kind of at that moment was the king of that. That's all. And you know, Harvey Weinstein, I've been seen him at work. He's a very obnoxious, he just yells shit out that he thinks is brilliant, like Stephen Wright jokes or something. Right. You can't have everything. Where would you put it? Stuff like that. So he goes, he says this guy's name, and Norm's sitting there. He's on with Lorne and everybody, and and Harvey Weinstein says this person's name and goes, I think Sons is a genius. And then he looks at Norm and goes, Norm, what do you think? And Norm goes, is he good at math or something? And I thought, okay.
All right, Artie, first things first. You and Chris Farley on the Dirty Work set.
Oh, wow. Dirty Work was his last movie, Farley.
Right.
And in between shooting Dirty Work and dying, he did Saturday Night Live. He hosted it. So Norm said he's out of control. You got to come to the after party to help me watch him. That's how out of control he was. I was asked to watch
Norm MacDonald and Artie Lang are babysitting.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So Norm leaves for a couple of minutes, and I see Chris disappear into a bathroom with Andy Dick. True story. 5 minutes he's in there. He comes out giggling. Norm comes back and goes, what's going on? I go, bad news, man. He went into a bathroom with Andy Dick for 5 minutes, and, you know, there's only two reasons a guy goes into a bathroom with Andy Dick, and neither one is good. And without missing a beat, Norm said, holy fuck, I hope he's high. So, good news, he was high.
Speaking of Norm.
Oh, there he is.
You and Norm.
Yeah, well, there's a few guys I could point to who helped, who took a chance on me when I was either going to go to the joint or rehab, and it was Norm, Howard, and Quincy Jones who did Mad TV. We did a buddy comedy together. We met at the audition. I got terrible reviews when it came out. My hometown paper said Artie Lang has all the charm of a date rapist. True story. That's what the guy said in the review. So Norm said to me, hey, man, that's fucking great. A date rapist has to have way more charm than a regular rapist. He does things that are so ballsy. It takes a lot of risks, and it makes them fun, but also makes them very dangerous.
One more for you, Artie.
There you go.
There's no one better to talk to about show business than Norm because he's brutally honest about it. I'll try to tell the story quick.
Go ahead.
When Norm had his last sitcom on Fox, right, he invited me to go to the upfronts with him. You know, that big thing where they introduce the shows to the advertisers? Yeah. So the head of Fox, this guy, Sandy Grushow, right out of Beverly Hills High, permanent tan, permanent fake smile on his face. Right. The head of Fox goes up to Norm, and it's Norm and Jason Bateman, whose show had premiered, and all these Fox people. Goes up to Norm and says, right in front of me and a bunch of people, goes, Norm, I want to let you know that your show is the highest tested show we've had in Fox history. And Norm goes, wow, man, thanks. That's unbelievable. Wow. And then Grushow leaves and goes to talk to Jason Bateman. So this other executive at Fox, this woman Tracy something, comes over and goes, where's Sandy? He was just here. And Norm goes, he's over there telling Bateman that his show is the highest tested show in the history of Fox.
See?
So
That's what I'm telling you.
Norm gets it. There's another great quick Norm story. Great quick Norm story.
Kid, Artie.
Well, Jim will appreciate that. They do a big Rolling Stone article about the Kansas City.
That was a great one, man.
Wait, what is this? They do a big Rolling Stone article about the cast.
I got
about
a good one.
So the cast of Saturday Night Live.
Right, yeah.
And it's everybody kissing each other's ass. So they ask Norm about Chris Kattan. And it's after pages of, I've never seen someone do better character work. Norm's quote is, he seems gay to me. He goes, I've never met a guy who said he wasn't gay who seems so gay. But I guess he says he's not gay, so whatever.
Hey.
Feelings going up and down, picking up the pieces that you left behind, hitting a new cup of flow, breathing in the smoke and clearing up my mind. The thoughts of you, I never knew what the hell you got me into. What do you mean?
Oh, I love that.
You want to hear? Go ahead. Go ahead. No, you go.
We're on SNL one time, right? This is what Norm just didn't care about anyone. This a quick story. Pamela Anderson is on it. Every time a hot chick would come on, Kattan would go over the top and like, oh my God, he'd write a sketch. We're gonna make out. Right. She's hot. She's with Tommy Lee Hammer. Back off.
Yeah, right.
I mean, come on. So he writes a sketch, and they do this sketch where it's the Twilight Zone when everyone's in pig face or something.
Right.
So that's the goof. Mm-hmm. So me, Kattan, we're all in it, and Norm is the guy who's got to go, imagine if you will. And Norm doesn't read sketches, and he's a pro.
Right.
So he would rehearse it and go, hey, imagine if you will, second time, and Kattan would go, oh my God, you don't even sound like him. Why would you do that? And I would stand and go, Norm, you gonna hit him back? Like, you gonna say something to him? You just gonna take that from this guy? Now we go to a dress show, which has an audience, and it's being filmed.
Right.
And again, he starts punking into Norm on the set.
Right.
He's going, oh my God, Norm, you gonna do it right? It's my only sketch.
Right, you don't sound like Rod Serling.
He's like, hey, imagine, 10, 9, and we're on. Hey, imagine if you will. He knew the deal.
Right.
Now we go to air. And Norm still hasn't said nothing. Every time Kattan would say something to him, I'd look at Norm like, hey, man, you're my hero. What's up? Because if you're not going to say something, I will.
Right.
And sure enough, he'd give me like a wink. I swear to you, he'd give me a wink. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Live Air comes on. And I'm like, 20 seconds to the Twilight Zone sketch. He starts up again. We're mic'd. The whole audience is listening. He's like, oh, my God, Kattan. Norm, you better sound like... Oh, God, Pamela, you're so hot. Norm, Pamela, I can't wait if you ever get rid of... 10 seconds! Norm turns to Kattan. Right before his head, he goes, hey, Pamela, did Chris tell you he's gay yet? And he's got all this rage because he likes being gay. Everyone, why don't you just say you're gay and you wouldn't have all this anger and be a pester? 5 seconds! And you wouldn't have all this rage and try to interrupt everyone's sketch because you suck this week. And we're on! Imagine if you will. Like, there's my hero. There's my hero.
See, he knew to save it for the live air.
Saved it. He saved it.
And Kattan sank.
I couldn't even get my words out.
In Washington this week, the Supreme Court is having arguments on whether or not pornography should be banned from the Internet. According to veteran court watchers, 8 justices are leading toward a ban, with 1 against. Gee, I wonder which one would be against a ban on pornography. Let me see now. I don't want to know. In a related story, 3 of Hollywood's most powerful men, David Geffen, Steven Spielberg, and Jeffrey Katzenberg, joined forces last week to form their own movie studio. When asked what sort of films we could expect from them, the trio replied, mostly pornos. That's good news.
Deep throat porn legend Harry Reeves. Yeah, he died. But how are they
know
going to
who
close
that
that
is?
casket? I mean, probably because of his erection, I would think.
How are they going to close that casket? That isn't very good, is it?
I didn't write that one.
Plus a man died.
Yeah, a guy died.
If you're looking for your porn star name, have you ever heard of this, where people make up porn star names? They take their childhood pet's name, and then they combine it with the street name. So anyways, mine would be Dick Fuckington. I lived on Fuckington Crescent.
Former porn star Jenna Jameson was arrested this weekend after allegedly assaulting someone. This may be the most damaging thing that happened to her image since her 16-year career in pornography. 16.
What do you feel about this?
they call it.
They porn now. They have to wear condoms.
Did they pass that? That was
Yeah.
Because there was a thing
Only time I ever voted.
that you went out to take it. You didn't want condoms.
Oh no, I wanted condoms. Nothing I like better when I'm whacking off and thinking about AIDS.
Well.
Okay, get ready to laugh.
Why is it so different to find pornography about people in stable monogamous relationships?
Why is it so what?
Different.
Different? Difficult. Damn.
Start all over, and the joke still works.
Michelle Obama has booked a cameo on the ABC show Nashville. With this and her appearance on iCarly, I think Michelle is ready to start appearing in films. May I suggest my favorite film series, Black Ass Fuckers?
What'd you grow up in?
Tarzana.
That's
No,
the porn business
That's
is
the
there.
fucking porn business, man.
Yeah.
His mom cast porn.
Yeah.
Was your dad Edgar Rice Burroughs?
No.
No? I heard that.
No.
No, there is a lot of porn in. We are living in a golden age.
I go, can we just tell people we went into the behind and we don't have to really do it?
The behind.
I'm trying to clean up your fucking show. We're living in a golden age of Adam masturbating to interracial granny porn.
Gary told you that one in confidence. That's fine.
What about this? Porn actor Ron Jeremy is back at work after having open heart surgery. I think this is interesting. The name of his next feature is going to be called "I'm going to have to sit down for most of this." Did you ever meet Ron Jeremy?
No, why would I?
This
meet
guy's
him?
met him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I met him.
I could tell.
You got to avoid this guy because Ron Jeremy, he thinks he's funny. He wants to be a funny guy, right?
Yeah.
He's always pitching jokes and sketches.
He's pitching jokes a lot.
In a comedy store with two hookers, and he's waiting for Ron Jeremy to show up.
Oh, my goodness.
So this is 2 days later.
Yeah.
So Saget told me he walked in, he was like completely shocked. He said, "Rodney, how you doing, man? Well, what's going on?" He goes, how are you doing? And Rodney goes, "How am I doing?" He goes, "I'm sitting here with two whores waiting for a guy who can suck his own dick. How you doing?" This guy sucks his own cock. That's what he tells me.
In confidence.
Okay, let's talk about the military a little, because an important ruling came down last week from federal judge Shira Scheindlin, who said that they could now buy at the PX on the base dirty magazine, if you will. Big military support here. Yeah. It's a big military state.
There's some deprived military personnel we can see.
She also included videos in the ruling saying they were also protected by free speech, although the plots were kind of thin. No, anyway, it was called the act that she overturned was called the Military Honor and Decency Act, which for years had banned the selling of this kind of material because they said in that act that they thought it would encourage sexual harassment. When now some people are saying maybe the opposite is true. A quick session with the pet of the month, and maybe that soldier is... Yeah.
You get sleepy. Don't you get sleepy?
What do you mean?
You don't want to rape somebody when you're sleepy.
Why are you sleepy?
Well, after you watch the porno. Listen, I like.
Norm, you have a strange metabolism.
Maybe it's those B12 shots you got.
Right. No,
You're in high school.
I like porno as much as the next guy, you know? And I probably like it... I probably like it 100 times as much as the next guy. But although, you know, I have been watching... this is amazing, because porno is my favorite kind of movie to watch. And yet... I've seen some pornos lately that my buddies have shown me. Have you seen these ones with all male casts? Gay pornos, they're called. These things are horrible. And there's thousands of them. They make thousands of them. They have not made one good one. And I'll tell you what the problem with it is. Quite seriously.
Yes, sir.
Quite seriously, the problem with these gay pornos and every one, guys having sex with each other. Who the hell wants to see that? You know?
Maybe you're shopping in the wrong section of the store.
This is not for me.
I wonder if they can't have those in the military base then.
But these,
don't ask, don't tell, don't watch.
Right. That's an interesting question. I don't know if this ruling includes gay material on the base. Do you know?
Well, you know, it's really ironic at a time when they're trying to sensitize the soldiers. They're sending them to training on how to treat women with respect, and now they're stocking the PXs with porno magazines. It doesn't make sense. I mean, it's a mixed message, wouldn't you say?
Why?
Well, because these magazines degrade women. They do.
And I'll say one thing.
Why don't you just stand up for this segment? You know, like in the...
This is a little warning for people. Playgirl magazine has not got any girls in it.
I give up.
No, please, this hunk is done. But I don't see what's you say. But they don't all degrade. You don't think Playboy
Well, I
degrades
don't look at
women,
them.
do
Obviously, I don't look at
Well,
them.
then how can you speak
I've
with
read
authority
about
if you
it,
don't
and
look
I have a general idea of what's
Oh,
going on
come
there.
on. Have you ever seen Oh, you-
Yes, I have, but I don't. I don't go out of my way to look for them. No, I don't.
Well, Norm has some material in
Yes,
his,
I'll ask
dressing
Norm
room.
next time. I'll call him and.
He's got
see what he
thousands of
thinks.
videos. But they're all male. You might enjoy them.
No.
And then also what you do is you try to get the pay movies there, you know.
Oh yeah, you ever dial up any of the? You can get like first run features on.
Yeah. I ordered Pulp Fiction. You know that movie?
Oh sure.
It's a gritty urban satire, you know. It said that on the little thing. I wouldn't have known. And so I said, yeah, I'll get Pulp Fiction. I heard great things about that. So I order it, right? And they send me a different movie, a movie called by the name of Pump Friction.
I never heard of it.
You never heard of that movie?
No, what is it?
Well, it's different than Pulp Fiction. Pulp Fiction is a gritty urban satire. Pump Friction is a bunch of dudes and ladies having dirty sex.
Whoa!
And, you know...
So there's a mix-up, obviously.
Yeah. And it wasn't a bad movie, you know. It was... Actually, with those dirty movies, I find, like, they're good for about 15, 20 minutes. I'm really interested.
Right.
And then there's one point that all of a sudden I'm bored, you know. I just lose interest completely, and I feel deeply ashamed, you know?
It's a human mechanism working there. I don't know what that is.
I'll tell you why nobody knows, because people forget a very important thing. The Chinese are a lot smarter than us. So it's hard to criticize. But some things we excel at that they don't, you know.
One thing they
I have
excel at...
never seen a Chinese guy in a porno. You know what I mean?
I wanted to see if you wanted to say something about our friend Norm MacDonald, who passed away.
So funny. God.
And
there was no one funnier. A brilliant Canadian, you know.
And tonight, the Lifetime Achievement Award will be presented to Mr. Martin Short. It's the Academy's way of saying, thank you so much, we've had enough. Well, Don Rickles. As a friend, it's over.
You know, We do, in our show, we do a tribute to comedians. I'm serious about this, and we name different comedians like Bob Newhart and people. And we do a tribute to Norm MacDonald, and we use one of his lines. We say, and this is one of his lines, he said, there's only 2 categories of cliff diving, grand champion and stuff on a rock.
So it's cliff diving. You ever see that guy hopping off a cliff, trying to pass that off as a sport, you know? Man, look at kind of like attempted suicide as a sport there. Next week they got washing down Quaaludes with wood alcohol. That's next week. Can you believe that? No, I'm just making that part up. But cliff diving, what a crazy. And you can't tell who's better either. You see a guy hopping off a cliff and you go, man, look at that. And then the next guy hops off a cliff, you go, oh, look at that again there. Another guy hopping off a cliff. But you can't tell who's better, you know. If you survive it all, you're a great. There's only a couple of different levels of cliff diving. It's grand champion and then stuff on a rock over there. One of the two. It's a kind of a thing.
But I really think that in comedy particularly, the originals stand out the most, and they stay with us long after they're gone. And there was no one more original than Norm MacDonald. Yeah. There was no one who did his style. There was no one who had his rhythms. He was remarkable and so kind and funny.
Well, the great thing about Lauren is you could do anything you wanted. He would tell you wise things, you know, like wisdom or whatever.
He's like a little Buddha guy, right?
Yeah.
Did it ever make sense, or
not to me?
You'd always walk away going, "What the fuck?"
To other people, it did. Like I remember one time he wanted me. Like this was actually with Weekend Update. They wanted me to do Weekend Update with a lady.
Yeah.
Like 2 of us. Mm-hmm. And I was like, that sounds like shit. I don't want to fucking, that sounds like shit. Like, I'm like, if there's a lady and a dude, like, what are we making fun of local news? What the fuck is that? He's like, no. He's like, you'll be, he had some crazy, he goes like, I think he liked me because I didn't understand what he was talking about all that. And he goes like, you'll be Fred Astaire and she'll be Ginger. You'll like, you know, give her the sex, a comedy, and she'll give you the sex. And I was like, the dancers? What? And I didn't know what he was fucking talking about. Yeah. So anyways, I go, I don't want to fucking do it with a lady. Let Franken do it. You know? Yeah. So
Franken was going to do it?
Yeah, it was Frank and me or somebody else. So I didn't care that much about it. So because I could just do stand up. But anyways, what happened was funny. Like Steve Martin walked in because he was hosting.
Yeah.
And Lauren, to embarrass me, went, let's see what Steve thinks about it. And Steve Martin doesn't give a fuck about anything. So, but he goes, Norm wants to with the lady, and what he thinks, and he does this big long spiel, and Steve Martin's completely uninterested.
Been dragged into something you wanted no part of.
But luckily, he fucking just said out of the blue, he goes, oh, fuck. He goes, I did this award show with some broad, and they paired me up with her, and she fucked everything up. Like, I guess they stuck him or something. Yeah. So then Lauren goes, oh, there's some support from an unexpected place.
And that's how you got the solo update?
Yeah, Steve Martin, because he was such a hero to Lauren.
You had a bad experience with an award show, and you get to run the solo on the update?
Yeah, it was awesome.
That's a fucking good moment.
But I would have been in big trouble with a lady. But then later they did it with a lady and a dude. Because he kept saying, oh, remember, because I know Saturday Night Live, you know, like all of us, right?
Yeah.
And he was like, remember Jane and Dan? And I was like, that was shit. Like, I remember Jane, you ignorant slut.
Right.
But I also remember all the rest of the fucking shit. Like, he had a hat on and pretended to be from the, like, they played characters.
Yeah.
And I was not interested in that because Dennis kind of changed it to Dennis Miller where
you do jokes.
Where you do jokes. And you're not doing a parody of a fucking...
And finally, comedy legend Jerry Lewis. Joy and a thrill and all good stuff it is to be here. It's super duper. Good luck. And we're going to need it. All 3 of you. The answer is John Travolta learned how to dance for this 1977 hit movie. Mr. Lewis.
If I remember correctly, Alex, that would be Dancing for Ladies! I had to go for it.
No. That is incorrect also. What is Saturday Night Fever?
Oh.
The answer is Popeye is this sort of man. Mr. Lewis.
I got the answer, Alex. You want the answers? It's simple. They're terrified of a perfectionist. They being the people who are running the studios this week.
Jerry Lewis has wandered off somewhere. Let's see if he had anything. Apparently his answer was an outline of half of his hand. And he wagered the other half of his hand. That's beautiful. Well, I'd like to thank all of our celebrities for joining us this evening.
I was in the little boy's room. Oh, boy, I didn't mean to do that.
The sketch that you got on the air, and you say in your book, hey, you know, I didn't originate this sketch. I kind of stole this sketch with permission. But the famous Jeopardy bit.
Yes, Jeopardy sketch.
Where you play Burt
yes,
Reynolds,
yes.
and you say Will Ferrell was key to that sketch because he played such a great Jeopardy host.
Yes.
That thing was one of the most popular sketches, and you pitched that, but you admit in your memoir that, hey, that's something I got from SCTV.
Yeah.
And I waited till Martin Short was a guest on the show, and I pitched it and said, can we do the Jeopardy thing?
Yeah. They did a sketch on SCTV when I was a child called Halfwits, and it was it even Alex Trebek was in the sketch because he was a Canadian, and it was. You know, it was just these kids. It was you know, when two schools would fight each other, and so it was real stupid. So I always loved that show, and I said, you know, Celebrity Jeopardy, they always ask such easy questions, and the celebrities are all so stupid. It would be great to do it. Unfortunately, they've already done it, and I feel like I shouldn't just steal a sketch.
Right.
So when Mr. Short came to do the show, who later became my friend, I said, who wrote that sketch? You know, and he said, Eugene Levy. And I said, maybe we could phone him, you know, and
get permission.
Get permission. And so he said, yeah, we'll do a conference call. And I said, no, I'll phone, you know. I'm a man, you know.
Yeah.
So I phoned Eugene Levy, and I asked him, I told him the whole sketch. I said how much I loved the first one, and I asked permission, and he was kind enough to give it to me.
There was no better show than that SCTV. That was unbelievable,
God,
right?
It was amazing.
It was amazing.
Unbelievable. Friend for a while. We were in negotiations.
Yeah, how'd that break down?
I don't know. I met him. He was fucking funny, and he made me laugh, and he was laughing at me and shit. So I said, hey, we should be friends and stuff. And he said, yeah, well, let's be friends. You go to a cottage. And I was like, fuck, I'd have to go to a cottage, you know? And then so it never caught on because the cottage was in my head and shit.
What do you mean
still, I would
cottage?
like, you know, that guy would be cool to fucking hang out with.
What do you mean that would be a good friend
But then
for you?
going to a cottage, you understand?
I don't want to go to a cottage.
Yeah. Well, that's the problem
All of a sudden you're going on a cottage on a plane.
But that's the problem.
Maybe I should have done this.
No,
what?
that's the problem
What's
with you. So if someone suggests something right away, it's not
too guarded. I know what you're saying.
It's not too. It's not cool enough for you. Where would
No,
you
not
go
cool
with Martin
enough.
Short?
I think
Martin Short says, "Let's go to a cottage
No, I'm
and
not
hang
saying
out."
that. I'm saying like I think you're right when I said I'm too guarded. Like I'm not willing to do things.
You don't want to be trapped in a cottage with Martin Short. The
I
idea,
love that
the idea
part.
of being friends with Martin Short is fun. The idea of being in a cottage with Martin Short and then having the pressure to talk and to interact with one another.
Yeah.
I understand. I'm the same way.
Yeah.
It wouldn't work out for you. It wouldn't work out for me either.
But you go on that vacation.
But maybe in
with,
another lifetime.
Yeah.
Everyone that meets you does an impression of you.
What?
You're one of those guys that you make such an impression on people that everyone that meets you does a Norm MacDonald.
It's amazing how, like, some of your friends, like, you know, seriously, like those guys who came out of Saturday Night Live, like Sandler, you, Chris Rock. There's a lot of guys who sort of all of a sudden are like real big players.
Yeah, Norm got his own TV show.
Norm's doing well. What?
What?
Do you hang out with Norm, or is it impossible?
It's pretty impossible because he's crazy.
He is.
In L.A., I call him and he goes, I go, what happened last week? I called you to go on. You called me? And I go, yeah. On my phone? I go, yeah. And he goes, oh, yeah, I got that. I go, well, you didn't call me back? No.
And he's serious.
Yeah, he's crazy.
And yeah, I know. Like, I have him on the show.
I love him, though. He's the funniest guy around. I think you need to be kind of crazy to be really funny.
He is very funny.
I'm just walking into the bar. It was noon when he called me. It was 8:30 at night. And he goes,
I know.
Where are you going? And I'm like, I'm fucking hammered. I'm going home. He's like, I just got here. And I'm like, I know, you're 8 hours late. Like, well, have a fucking beer, right? Being weird. I'm like, I'm not. I want to go. I can't walk or see.
I call up Norm. I said, Norm, you want to go to Palm Springs with me? It's a 3-day Jim McClain course. Yeah. So I pick him up. He rides out there with his feet out the window all the way, listening to Johnny Cash. Remember that?
Yeah.
And we get out there, and the next morning I call him to wake him up to go. He's sound asleep. I got to call him like 3 times and knock on his door. And then he gets up and he goes, I can't find my shoes. He's like being a little kid.
I saw you on Conan once, and you did say, you said crack whore and midget several times.
Yeah.
So then I did do a thing, full confession. I did Norm MacDonald as an alarm clock. And it was like, this is what I, wake up. Hey, wake up there. There's a crack whore and a midget in your bed. So I just thought that was really funny, right?
What about the other impressions?
Drunk guy comes up to him at the bar and goes, hey, aren't you Norma? And he's gone. He's just suddenly gone.
No, none of this.
Nora's back at the bar going, hey, what happened? What happened to that guy? Hey, where'd he go?
That's right.
Where'd he go?
Pretty good.
Well, I can get you down.
That's pretty good.
Kind of in here somewhere.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, you know.
This character is voiced by Norm MacDonald.
Yeah, that's Yaphet.
And that he's just a blob.
He's a blob.
Yeah, and how did you get Norm to do it? I love
You know,
Norm MacDonald.
I asked him, do you want to be a blob? And he said, yeah, sure, I'll be a blob, so why not?
Yeah, sure, I'll be a blob.
That's how it happened.
Is that really?
Yeah.
Are you buddies with Norm?
I don't know Norm super well, but I've been a huge fan of his for many years. He's that guy who's, you know, for me, he's high on the list of SNL people.
I'll just say, he goes, hey, look, Dan, not everyone's a real pain in the ass like you, and you're a screw. Nobody likes you. Nobody likes you. Nobody can stand you. I can't stand you. You ask around anyone. 3 seconds. And he just insulted him on such levels that was so wrong that I can't repeat. And Lily, when the sketch started, he turned and goes, imagine if you will. I just nailed it.
Probably the funniest, smartest person I've ever met. I'll give you a story about Norman. Dirty Work came out, the reviews weren't great. It's become like a cult thing, but especially up here. And the people are very affectionate about that movie, and I think that's a testament to Norm. I got to hang out with Chris Farley for like 2 weeks. And it was his last movie, you know, and he was the funniest human being I ever met in my life. So him and Norm, Adam Sandler came up to do a part, Don Rickles, Chevy Chase. It was like unbelievable. It was great. So the review came out in my hometown paper. The critic said, Artie Lang has all the charm of a date rapist.
Oh, my goodness.
That's what he said. Okay, my
They
mother
can write that?
My mother read that.
Oh, my gosh.
So Norm, this is how smart Norm is. Within 3 seconds, this was Norm's response when I told him, because he thought I was upset. He goes, hey, man, that's fucking great. I said, what do you mean? He goes, a date rapist has to have way more charm than a regular rapist. Like, to think of something that witty right away. That's the kind of guy he is. You just laugh and...
You know, Norm's one of those guys, he'll write something, it's a really funny joke, but also let you realize he's a sick fucker. You know, it's like he said, yes. You ever find yourself, one of his Norm's bits, which I just thought like, I fell off my chair, and he said, you ever find yourself lying, telling a lie, and you're halfway through, you realize, wait a minute, there's no possible way I could benefit from this lie. Why am I lying? Saying, hey, did you see Avatar? Yeah. To me, that's just a monster.
Yeah.
You know, that's a twisted mind.
Yeah, he's
If you want to hear a story,
I love me a Norm story.
One time we were in the office doing update stuff, and there'd been a news item about there was going to be a newspaper for the homeless, you know, and so we were thinking about doing some of that. So we started improvising. It was more of a scene, it's not something we could do on the segment, but it was like a tough kind of Perry White kind of editor going like, "You Miller, I want 500 words on going to the bathroom in your pants. You, Immel, give me something. Give me a human interest thing on urine stain matter. You know, that kind of thing. Yeah, and like a lot of like photos, maybe some, you know, a little human side, you know, what are, you know, pets, that kind of thing. And so nothing came of it, and I sort of forgot we had the conversation. And then the first meeting we have after the summer, Norm comes in and goes, hey, Downey, remember that, you know, that thing we were talking about there with the, remember that thing with the newspaper for the homeless, you know, that thing, the homeless newspaper? And I go, yeah, yeah. He goes, yeah, well, you know, I was out in L.A. and I was asked to do this benefit, you know, for the coalition, you see the homeless, you know. And, you know, and I'm going, no. And he goes, yeah, you know, I did that bit, you know. They hated it. Hated it.
All right, you tell me now. That's the Andy Kaufman part of the joke, or is he actually surprised that they hated it? That's what I can't quite figure with look.
I know.
Well, you know what? I like Norm Macdonald. Let's give him the money for the week.
I didn't even know he had a podcast.
Oh yeah, dude, Norm Macdonald. Did you see him on Conan telling that moth joke?
No.
Yeah, you got to see it.
No, I haven't.
Dude, you know how many comics out there don't give a fuck, but kind of still do. You have to kind of still do to eat. That guy
Norm
truly
doesn't. He's so fucking funny.
One of my best opening monologue jokes ever. Did you ever see? You know, remember that whole thing when he was doing Weekend Update and they told him to make it funnier. So he didn't. He just was more Norm the next week. So eventually, of course, he gets fired. So then, you know, he goes off into the Hollywood world. He's got a TV show or a hit movie or some shit. So now they bring him back to guest host on SNL, and I'm going to butcher this, but he kind of came out. He's like, yeah, so, you know, people know I got fired from this show, so now they got me back hosting, which means either I got a lot funnier or this show sucks. That's what he opened up with, and I know that wasn't approved. Sorry for the bad Norm. I'll have Jay Moore on to make up for it.
That was a great Norm. Norm, listening to Norm on Stern or anything, any podcast, listening to, I don't know if you remember when Charles Grodin would do Letterman, and just knowing he's going on there, that it was always a fucking great show.
Oh, yeah,
that's
and people didn't get that he was fucking around.
Yeah, that's
amazing.
how Norm is anytime. If Norm's the guest, I'm fucking.
Hey, now listen, did I hear some rumble that Brother Sandler sent out Maseratis to the cast of Grown Ups? Did you reap the benefit?
First of all, let me just say one thing. Nothing's better than Nancy Pelosi Augustus reference.
Pelosi Augustus.
I'm still swooning over that one. Yeah, Sandler gave Maseratis to Spade, Schneider, Kevin James, Chris Rock, all of whom need one, by the way. Very bad.
Exactly. What'd you get?
No bitterness, but me and Norm Macdonald, yeah, we're splitting a zip car.
And you know, you split a zip car with Norm. It's like having one of those, you know, those Christmas trees the drivers have that smells like North Slope Sensimilla.
Yeah, this car. I don't know. They must have been smoking pot in here or something.
Norm cancels on us once every 2 weeks, and I almost enjoy it more than him showing up at this point, because he always wants me to talk to some ventriloquist puppet that he says is on the phone. A Holocaust tonight. What has happened to Norman?
And then when he sees you, he's going to go, how come you never have me on your show?
Nope.
We tried to get you on. What?
Nobody funnier, though. I mean, you got to give it to him.
Nobody funnier.
That guy, if I'm in a room with him for 10 minutes, they got to put the paddles on me because I flatline from.
Now, what if Norm Macdonald
Oh, my God.
tried out for the floaters?
Well, wait, are we down a member? How did I get here? Who
Norm,
left?
we want a Canadian.
I'm Norm Macdonald. This is take 2. Now, I guess it's 2A or 3 now, you know.
Yeah, you're getting mired in this, Norm. I think you're
floaters.
You're up in your head. Just you know, speak from your heart. You know.
Oh, you want me to let it flow?
Float, yeah. Float.
All right. Big butt.
You met Trump recently, is that
I
right?
met Donald Trump at a
Is this a true story?
Yes.
Or is this one of your, he has a farm and a goat comes by? Because I'm not putting up with that shit.
This.
Oh, yeah. I saw Trump. Trump, he had a farm. He said, I want you to meet my donkey, he said. And I was like, well, Mr. Trump, I know you're running for president, but tell me more about this here donkey. Well, he says, if you want to see the donkey, you got to first meet my 3 daughters. Now, the first one's shy, the second one's sexy, and the third one has 1 leg. I'm making all of this up.
I know.
But this is exactly what you do.
At the end.
Weirder the voice, the more fun they are to watch. Like Norm Macdonald. I love Norm Macdonald.
Great comedian. But if you don't know who he is, he's the guy who's the theory. Who needs a punchline when you have the word crack whore? See, I said that. Oh, God, I just said it there, you know?
Is it offensive when I do you to you?
No, you do it. You do
It's
it nice.
exaggerated.
It depends. Like some people.
All my impressions
Some
are
people
nice.
like Frank
do?
Caliendo. He he puts a comment in there. He's like,
See, I don't. No, I don't see that.
He's like, well, why you don't need a punchline? You say crack or yeah. I'm like, well, that's more of a comment, right? I can do an impression myself. Yeah. Hey, what's going on? Hey. That's the
I've never heard you say that.
Hey, what's going on? Hey, what's going on?
Sounds like you doing an impression of Brewer doing an impression of you.
Gambling is fun. Don't get me wrong, but the thing about gambling is that like you gotta keep pushing the stakes to keep upping that thrill.
That's
keep
right.
Juicing your veins.
Yeah. Artie Lang used to.
He used to go hard. Huh?
Oh my God! He told me some of the numbers. And
What numbers?
Norm.
Norm is the worst, right?
Norm is. Oh my God!
Norm MacDonald is supposed to be like the worst of all time.
Oh my God! He's like
How
just
bad?
fucking so bad. I couldn't get on his podcast this week.
What kind of numbers?
Well, Artie told me a story about Norm, and he says it's absolutely true that he won like $60,000 one night, and he walked out. Where were they gambling? Where the hell was it? It wasn't Vegas because there was an ocean nearby, and he threw all the money in the ocean because he knew he was going to piss it away anyways.
What?
Yeah, that's what Artie told me.
I wouldn't doubt that.
I wouldn't either. You know Norm.
He's
Hey,
legit
it's only
crazy.
money. Yeah.
Legit crazy.
God.
Wasn't Norm the one we just talked about that had that famous story where he threw the money in the ocean because he knew he was going to lose it? Was that Norm?
Yeah, he decided to throw it out because he thought it would just make him lose more.
But that might have very well been urban legend. Do you know is that true?
Well, a lot of this could be urban legend. Who knows?
No, not from you. I'm saying I didn't hear it from Norm.
I agree that
Did
could
you?
be. No, and I agree that could be urban legend, absolutely.
Well, everyone knows he's just a wild maniac.
He's one of the funniest, smartest human beings I've ever met, but he's got a true edge and a true danger, and that's what happens. I love him, though. He's a rock star, man.
He's a bad motherfucker.
He's a rock star.
He's hilarious.
I've heard the Norm stories.
I'm
Fuck
blackjack guy.
Oh yeah. I play blackjack.
Oh, do I love blackjack.
What was your biggest loss? Did you talk about it?
Nah.
Not really, huh?
Nah.
I don't blame you.
A lot. It was a lot.
Yeah, you're over it though.
I did a stupid thing one time.
Okay, he's ready to talk.
This was my big statement I threw over at Atlantic City on the boardwalk. I threw 60,000 into the ocean.
What? No way.
Yeah, to quit. That was my thing. I'm going to quit.
Why didn't you just quit and keep the 60?
It was supposed to be like I felt like I was in a movie.
Wow.
That was a symbolic kind of a thing. Like, was it money or chips?
That was
What's
money.
that? It was money?
Holy shit.
I said chips, and he goes, what's
Wait,
that?
so you threw 60 grand because you had a moment where you're like, this is cleansing. This is
it's just-
to the ocean. I committed.
The same way a drug addict would throw his drugs into the ocean.
Right.
How long after it left your hand did you regret it?
I regretted it pretty well.
See, I would have thrown the fucking dealer into the... That's how I would get over it.
I need your love.